All right. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, my God. Horford, four fucking threes in a row. The LA Slippers is choking. As soon as I get on this mug, LA Slippers choking. Al Horford, four fucking threes in a goddamn row. Got the damn chicken. Got the chicken coop Clippers losing. They're going to foul. Uh-oh, I know my cousin Deuce Time pulling his hair out, homie. Pulling his hair out as the LA Slippers are choking. The LA Slippers are choking. Huh? Yeah. Why, you watch shows on there? Yeah, you put on my TV? Yep. Yep, I'll do it. Yep, I got you. The LA Slippers. Oh, Draymond got his knee broke. The Kawhi break. Oh, he stepped back. See that? See how he stepped? Look how tough he is. He's gonna fight through it. Gotta fight through it. Uh-oh. The LA Slippers is choking. Al Horford then hit like 4 back-to-back threes on the LA Slippers. LA Slippers. We have a lookout for Deuce Times. We have a lookout for my cousin, man. The only person in all of Los Angeles County that is a Clippers fans. The only person in all of Los Angeles or in the state of California that is a Clippers fan. Let me see. Where's Al Horford? Al Horford is damn near as old as the damn pyramids. This fool done hit 4 back-to-back threes to take the lead and have it right here. Brook Lopez shooting his free throws. He hits. So we got tie game here. Tie game here. I mean, this is wild, man. Let's see what the LA Slippers gonna do. Let's see what the LA Slippers got. Let's see. Here goes Steph kicking in the Horford because Horford got the high hand right now. Horford, what's that? Oh, Steph a three with. Oh, that was stupid, Steph. That was a stupid shot. Here go Kawhi bringing it up. Kawhi getting locked up by Draymond Green. Salute to Draymond Green. Draymond Green is one of the most pivotal players on all of, not on all of, but on this Golden State team. This dude is the X factor. Look at this defense on Kawhi. Look at Kawhi trying to double through the legs. Nothing. Drive here. Hang time. Floated. Nothing. The white dude. Why you float that down the court? Okay, we're going to let Steph take it up. Steph coming across the half court. Here go a defender wanting to guard him. Steph looking for a shot. Going to let the time cook off this damn clock. Let's see. Here goes Steph. Boom. Behind the back pass to Draymond. He takes back to the string. Floating three. Oh, my God. The LA Slippers is gone. LA Slippers call a timeout as Steph works around the Draymond screen, passes it to him, act like he's cutting out. Boom. Hit a 360. Hit the 180 on him. Spun back around to the elbow. Hit the outside three. Oh, my God. LA Slippers have choked at home. We got a PPB out for Cuzzo Deuce Times, the only Clipper fan in all of California and all of the world. So I see people who ain't in from this country rocking Clippers jerseys and shit. Look how Steph working around the screen. You see how he moving, Reg? This is how you play this shit. Major three. Look. Hitting it up to the fans, all these fans at the Intuit Center, Intuit, whatever they call this shit. Boom. 3-point on the LA Slippers. Salute to Matthew says, Deuce come out here and says, quit sweating, laugh out loud. He says, I can't believe Al Horford's still playing for real. Al Horford about as old as the damn pyramids and shit. And then Madden the Bill says, let's go Warriors. Man, they done kicked the Clippers in their ass. The LA Slippers, it is bye-bye, Irene. And Draymond is locking Kawhi Leonard ass up. So Draymond is the best defender in the league. He is locking Kawhi Leonard ass up. They need a three-pointer or they need a layup and a foul, the Clippers. So you go to Clippers taking out on the side here on their end. 3 words. Al Horford, nigga. Al Horford. Oh, Draymond with the defense on the inbound. Here comes the white dude. Oh, he missed his layup and a foul. Wait, what y'all calling a foul on what? On the Clippers? And a foul, god damn it. LA Slippers, good night. Look at Draymond fucking Green, homie. Always right with the motherfucking expert Reggie on, so they're going to call it goal 10. Look at Draymond. Locking Kawhi ass up. Look at the white dude. Fly. Yep, goal 10. Goal 10. LA Slippers. Go, go, run, nigga, run. Look, but good defense. See how I'm trolling, not giving up. Let's see. Goal 10. Did he touch that? Yeah. Nah.
He didn't touch that.
He didn't touch it. He went up to the rim. I don't know if interfering with the rim is counted as that or what. The LA Slippers have choked. LA Slippers have choked. Oh, and that's 6 fouls on this fool Garland. Goodbye. And then Matt says Draymond on time. And Draymond is doing his shit like I be saying. Everybody likes to give Klay Thompson and Steph Curry all the glory and all that shit. It's really Draymond Green. Draymond Green is a hellified defender. He can work each end of the damn court. For what he don't account for with his scoring, he makes up for his defense, man. And what he does, the crucial things he does on offense. He does some very crucial things on offense. Lexica says Chef Blurley says about to put him night. Yeah, y'all right. You're writing through me off on that one. Says it's over. It's over. Good night to the LA Slippers. Good night, LA Slippers. Time to go sit on the couch. Put your feet up. Put on. Oh, cookies. Draymond just picked this nigga cookies. God damn it. Mookie Blaylock with it. Here goes Steph running the clock out. Damn, tripped the nigga out of bounds. Draymond motherfucking Green. God damn it. Draymond goddamn Green. Oh, I can't wait to Deuce come up in this month. Hold on, let me send Deuce a text. Because I know that nigga hot. Let me see if I let me give me 1 second. Let's see. Let me it's over. It's over. He didn't even hit me up to see if we're doing the music show. Damn, Steph missed his free throw. That's a rarity. That's rare. The LA Slippers is out of here. The LA Slippers have choked. The LA Slippers have choked tonight. Great defense from Draymond. Damn, Steph, what you doing? Okay, there you go. I say you better make that, Steph. Shit. There's our score. The LA Slippers. Look at it. Draymond on Kawhi. Double team. Kawhi gonna turn it over again. Boom. On Brook Lopez. Tall for nothing ass. Lock him up, Dre. Lock that nigga up, Dre. Make force the pass. Inside, there go Kawhi. Worthless dunk. Don't mean shit. That motherfucker. Damn, bro. Niggas fouling. All right, trying to foul. What you fouling for? Game over. Go home. Go home. Get on the motherfucking freeway. Drive down motherfucking Crenshaw. Take y'all asses home.
You know the exact place that is?
Huh?
You know the exact place that is?
Yeah, it's in Inglewood. It's right there by the house. Stay from above in the building. Salute. Velocity Cuss says you are a prophet. Says when it comes to the blippers. Absolutely. That's why I set the time to go live right around this time. Because I know the only Clipper fan we know was probably happy and, you know, being like the Clippers got this and they were going to win and all this. I said, man, I knew what it was. Like we say, this is the LA Slippers. They get a lead and it slips. They get a lead, it slips. Matt says, Draymond MVP. Draymond a hellified motherfucking defender. He locked this shit up. Yeah, let him have that dunk. It's a fast-ass dude. Fool down there, Usain Bolt that shit. But Al Horford, that shit Al Horford did. That shit Al Horford did in this game, those 4 back-to-back threes. And that defense from Draymond Green.
Man, is it popcorn?
No, it's final.
Oh. about to say.
Draymond Green, they say 4 steals, did his thing. That's why they couldn't. That's why they didn't trade him. I thought they were gonna get rid of him after you know all the little trade rumors came up just from his attitude. But he is so crucial to that fucking team. Draymond is so crucial to that damn team. Goodbye to the LA Slippers. Let me see if my Cubs are gonna hit me back up, man. I shouldn't be tying that nigga. That nigga love this damn Clippers team, but I keep telling them they ain't gonna do shit. Matthew says Deuce is gonna come on and crash. Fuck. Hold on, let me tell that nigga I'm live too. Wait, is that nigga in the chat? Hold on. He's in the chat. Oh shit. Let me drop the link. My nigga in the chat. Oh shit. What's up, cuz? Oh man, the LA Slippers have fallen. The LA Slippers is out of here, cuzzo. Oh shit. If Elijah Cuss says Mike gonna fuck Steve Ballmer up, man. Hey, Deuce, I know you watched this Draymond Green defense, homie. Why y'all interviewing Steph, man? You old non-sports knowing ass networks. Draymond Green and Al Horford should be getting interviewed. The fuck y'all doing? Yeah, this is pure comedy, bro. Picasso in the building, salute. Says my field, bro. Salute. Agent Map in the building, salute. I know Boxer says where Deuce. Deuce is in the chat. We have a Deuce side. Let's see if Deuce go jump on this motherfucker. Blaxica says how you let these old ass niggas send you home. Send they ass home. Put them in the dirt. Draymond Green locked Kawhi Leonard ass up. Picking that shit. That inbound steal from Draymond, man. The boy is bad, man. Get your ass off the motherfucking screen. What's the brother name? Steph Curry. Super Buzz says, yo, Red says, is this a must-win for the Clippers? Absolutely is. Now they can drive their ass straight down Crenshaw and whatever other street. No, where they at? They on Perry. Perry or I think the Clipper Stadium was on Perry. They can drive their ass right down Perry. Hang a left down Manchester. No, go down the Century. Take their ass down to Crenshaw and jump on whatever freeway it is and take their ass home. Somebody else doing the Al Horford interview. That's the interview they need to be making. Al Horford, key of the game, as well as Draymond. Al Horford and Draymond helped to earn this victory for him. And I'm pretty sure Deuce wanted to do an assassination attempt on these niggas. Matt says, sounds like a home crowd, says for the Warriors. Facts. Facts. They done took over that Clipper Stadium and shit. Deuce time in the building. Let's see. Deuce gonna need, man. No, Deuce, we need on you here while you mad. We need you to blow up on this damn team, man. Telling you, San Antonio, where it's at. Goyon DJ says, Deuce owes an apology. Says me specifically. Yeah, Deuce need to come in and explain this damn game. No. I want Deuce time on here first, Goyon DJ. Nobody else but Deuce first. Hold on, let me get Deuce on here first. Hold on. Deuce got to jump on here. I want Deuce to cook because I mean I want to hear this shit. Hold on, let me tell this fool to jump on. Hold on. Let me see. That nigga ain't jumping on. I need to hear this shit. I know he want to express himself. Hold on, DJ. Let Deuce get on here first. Let Deuce jump on here first. I gotta hear Deuce. Let me open it up for Deuce. Hold on, DJ. Let Deuce jump on here first. Blyce Cuss says Goldilocks Wednesdays is a fish. He said Goldilocks Wednesdays. He said give him 10 minutes, man. Fuck that 10 minutes. Nigga, jump on down. That nigga said Goldilocks Wednesdays is canceled. That nigga ain't even asked me, said we going live. He ain't even asked if we going live tonight. Usually he always asks, man, we got something going. I seen this Clipper game on. I said, okay, I can see why he ain't asked if we going live. Let me give him some time, but he gonna be mad. I already knew it was gonna be canceled. Because I was like, man, ain't no way the Clippers winning this shit. Them niggas going fishing, nigga, down Crenshaw Boulevard to whatever freeway these fools need to get home. Get their ass up out of here. Salute to Al Horford. I gotta go through these stats. Al Horford was cooking they goddamn ass behind that 3-point line. cooking them. And they didn't make the adjustments to guard Al Horford ass behind that three-point line. Smacking them with the motherfucking shots. Back to back with the ugliest fucking form behind the three-point line I've ever seen. And like stated, Al Horford gotta be fucking as old as a fucking Egyptian pharaoh and shit. That fool old as fuck. And he says Goldilocks Wednesdays is officially canceled. Absolutely. Deuce need 10 minutes to fucking cool off and shit. He probably done broke his computer and shit. And he said he picking up all the damn the memory, what do you put in the damn computer? The RAM and all that shit, all that little memory shit for the computer. You got to put it back in that shit. As he has broke his computer. Once dudes get on here, then we'll open it up for the panel. So I seen Go Young DJ on here. Let's get Deuce on here first. I gotta hear this nigga excuse for this sorry ass fucking team. Who not only do they not get put out in the first round of the goddamn playoffs, they get put out in the put in. And then Asian Man says, hope y'all know I already trademarked LA Slippers when Deuce lost the bet. Go Young DJ says Warriors won me some bread, says I knew they would come through. Absolutely. Everybody was feeling good seeing the Clippers up by a little bit. Clippers up by a little bit. That third quarter, when I watched that third quarter, I said, oh yeah, they're going to end up slipping in this fourth quarter. They're going to end up slipping in this fourth quarter. And it was just a matter of time. That motherfucker Draymond, I think Draymond switched because I don't remember seeing Draymond guarding Kawhi throughout the game. Once Draymond got on Kawhi, that fool went silent night. Silent night as Draymond put the clamps on that boy Kawhi. The one who Deuce talks so highly of and disrespects Wembanyama so much. I can't believe this shit. This was a great, great game. What a great game. I know Boxy says, Deuce says, go ahead and cover your head in shame. Velocity Cuss, that nigga kept talking about the Clippers like they was going to be the NBA champs and shit. Velocity Cuss says, whacked out Mural Wednesdays needs to be rescheduled. That shit happening on Tuesday. We got to move that shit to Tuesday. Matt says, now Deuce can go to the lake. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. The man of the motherfucking night is in the building. What's up, cuzzo?
Really, what's happening, man? What's going on?
Oh, hey, man, we just finished watching the game right there, man.
Yeah, man. Well, it's an abrupt ending for everybody except one team. So every team has their hopes dashed and dragged and burned away, except one team. We lost. We lost. Same thing, defensive rebound. Pretty much same story all season. Offense couldn't sustain, hit a lot of lucky shots. Then, Warriors got hot. Party's over. Man, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say.
Hey, I know you want Draymond lock Kawhi Leonard ass up, homie.
Kind of disheartening to see. I know Kawhi Leonard's dealing with an ankle issue, so, whatever. The referees let Draymond hold him and grab him. He played some good defense, though. He was bumping and grinding, you know what I mean? Ty Lue, he thought that was the best way to do it. Let Kawhi bring the ball up and get targeted. They're playing a boxing one on him and shit and zoning. So, man, whatever. Whatever. We lost that 4 in a row. In March. I knew it wasn't going to be good. Just round of bullets, man. You know what I mean? No inside presence. Nobody to deter the shot. Nobody to get the rebounds. Benedict Mathurin and John Collins up for contracts. I can't see bringing both of those guys back. I'd rather have Mathurin than Collins because Collins, he left a lot to be desired this year. His defense, piss poor. His rebounding, crazy soft. And this a nigga that be postering niggas and dunking on niggas, but he can't get no rebounds. I'm sorry. I'm out on him. He looking for a $60 million deal. Nope. I'll let him walk for free. Yeah, he'll be a free agent. I'll let that nigga walk on my mama. Team's going to want Kawhi. I'm not opposed to it. We got to get young. We need to get some young gunners in here. These guys know how to do it. Ty
Hey,
Lue,
I was just telling you this shit earlier. Now you see it. Now you see this shit.
well, Kawhi's gonna be first all NBA defense and first team all NBA, so he can hang his hat on that. But contenders are gonna want him. I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean? Like my hopes wasn't high. My hopes wasn't high. You know, I ain't been saying none of that shit. You know what I mean? We battled back 6-21 to over 500. No team in the history of the NBA has ever done that. So I guess we can hang a banner for that. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I don't know what you want me to say. You know what I mean? Like,
I want you to talk that shit you was talking about what they was gonna do in these damn playoffs. I've been telling you, man, this team is not it, man.
man,
You gotta be able
like
to see it on that floor, man.
we ran out. Every people on the floor hasn't always been on the floor. You know what I mean? Like I said, we ran out of bullets. We have no big man. We have one big man. The rest of the year,
That nigga want to shoot behind the 3-point line.
but that's where he's better at the posting. But I'm talking about on defense though. On offense, I'm satisfied with Brook did.
I mean, what did he do
Defense.
rebound? I don't think I watched that nigga grab a rebound.
He don't, bro. He don't.
That's
he
a
don't.
problem. Why is
Yeah.
that nigga even there?
Because he was supposed to be there with two other guys. He had three other centers in front of him. He was barely playing like 7-8 minutes a game.
Man,
we
when you
trade
get
Zoo.
a big nigga that is not rebounding, you let that fool the fuck go.
Yeah, he only got a 1 year deal. He ain't gonna be back next year. He wasn't supposed to be playing all these minutes. He's the third fucking center. We trade Zoo. Our stud rookie breaks his foot. You know, our other guy we got back, he rolled his high ankle sprain at the end of the season. Like the games we lost against San Antonio, no defensive rebounding. The games we lost against what you call it? That 4-game
San
slid.
Antonio?
You know, we lost two games against San Antonio for not rebounding the ball on defense. We lost 2 of them. Those games, the 4-game slide, we lost to Sacramento, and then we lost to New Orleans back-to-back. We lost to the worst teams in the fucking league, not rebounding. So we know what we need. We need some rough, tough guys. I hope we can get Zion or John Morant, and we can rebuild some players. We might get a top 5 pick this year, depends on how these lottery balls fall, and then we can roll. Because we traded Zubac for a protected first-round pick. So if Indiana gets 1 through 4, they keep the pick. But if we get 5 and above, we get the pick. And the lottery is about 8 deep. They're expecting about 8 of these players to be all-stars and above. So we can get that 5th pick this year. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's a big man or a star wing, and we can rock and roll from there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to y'all next year, man.
Me too, man. Damn, next April is so far away. But I see us keeping Kawhi and re-signing him and just trying to retool and rebuild around him. He can't do all the heavy lifting.
Kawhi opt out? That nigga played 40 minutes tonight.
He got 1 more year, $50 million, 2027. People are gonna try to get that pick. You know what I mean? That guy. But I figured him staying here, sign a 2 or 3 year deal. He don't seem like the type of guy that's like trying to chase rings or move somewhere not where he's comfortable at.
Yeah, it's over with, man. So you gonna rock with San Antonio for the rest?
Nah, I like Portland. Oh yeah, they both play Portland. Man, you guys might be able to get them, but they're gonna take a chunk out of that ass. Watch.
Man, they about to smash them fools.
You crazy as hell, bro. They got the
Portland,
big man.
Who is Portland playing? Oh, they beat Phoenix.
Nah, you got to watch Portland play. Denny Avia, man. That nigga's a hooper.
Who's that? Oh, that white guy?
Yeah.
I don't see how they was letting him score like that.
No, he got wiggle, bro. That nigga, he got his shit. He ain't looking for no screen. He come off the screen, got the hezzy, in and out, all that shit. And he's 6'8", so he can do what he need to do.
Oh, he got height. Okay.
Yeah, so and
That's
he
what it
wiggling,
was.
bro. He looked like Joe Johnson. For real.
I was like, man, how the hell they letting this fool score like this?
He got wiggle, bro. So they're gonna be on y'all ass. So y'all these better bring that A game over there.
Man, San Antonio about to dunk them fools, man.
We'll see.
Bro.
Drew Holiday, Jeremy Grant. They got some players that can play, bro.
Man, my fucking Wemby about to walk over the top of that nigga head, man.
Wemby gonna have a problem with Robert Williams. I'll tell you that right now. Robert Williams is a borderline all-star. He just keep getting hurt.
Oh, and wait, say he keep getting what?
Hurt.
Hurt where? What is he? It better not be the legs.
Yeah, he's a center. He's still jumping though. He ain't hurt right now. Shit.
It's over with. When he about to move around on this nigga? This nigga about
he ain't hurt right now, bro. All right, we'll see.
Man, Wemby about to move around on this fool, make him step out, guard him out here, slash on him, lob.
He can do all that, bro. He's a quick, agile guy. He came from Boston. He was backing up Porzingis. Nigga all about defense. He catching shoot threes, lob threat. We'll see.
You'll see the hook working.
We'll see.
The hooks.
I like Portland. I want to see Philadelphia do their thing too. So that's why I'm going with it.
They got Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, they was able to pull that out tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Cleveland too. Cleveland, Philadelphia. I'll be watching those games. I'm used to watching games till May. You know what I mean? A little bit. I'm used to watching us to May, but you know.
Yeah, this is around the time where you be having to pick another team to go for and shit.
Not really. Only go for one team. But I like Portland, and I'm looking forward to see Paul and James do their thing. I'm telling you, bro, like, you know what I mean? It's not last year it sucked. I had high hopes, bro. That shit put me in the fucking lightweight funk for like about a good 2 months. I had high hopes last year. I was
kind of mad as shit.
Hell yeah, bro. I was hella emotional about that shit. That nigga ruined my summer. This year's like, at least we didn't fucking finish like 20 and fucking 60. That would have sucked. But we brought our record back to 500, above 500. Finished strong. Got something nice to say. We're not giving OKC a top 3 pick. So I'm happy about that. We straight, bro.
They gotta get it. They gotta get a team, man. Y'all gotta put something around that shit.
Man, what you talking about? You gotta put something around. All our players got hurt this year.
Y'all need a strong inside presence, bro.
Nah.
Y'all need better.
We need an athletic guard, and we need a young athletic big man.
Who fouled out? That nigga good.
Yeah, he good, but he's not athletic. You know, he's good though. He's not athletic.
What you talking about? Like athletic? That nigga fast. That nigga can move.
He's not fast. He's trippy.
You looking for somebody that's dunking and shit?
No, we need somebody like Shea. Like 6'6", nigga, can't get pressed. You know what I mean? Can't get pushed around and not a target on defense. Need somebody like that. Athletic. Like Darius Garland, he's only like 6'2", 6'2", 6'3".
That's a good height for a guard.
Nah, guards, it ain't that many guards that in the league like that no more, homie. All the guards are like 6'4", 6'5".
Man, you can use a guard that height and just bring in the other tall players into that shit. Because he's fast. You just need people that can move and shit.
And we need somebody who's like who's not afraid to just go get their chili. Like Kawhi, everybody stayed around and watch Kawhi, but he can't do it every game.
Y'all can jump on. No, go ahead.
He can't do it every game. Yeah,
they left him out. Oh, yeah, games. That motherfucker Dre was on his motherfucking ass, homie.
He was bumping and grinding a little bit. Referee was letting that shit go. Like that one time when he was driving to the lane and they fucking called that flop on the Pods, Pozinski or whatever. Like this nigga all over him, bro. You mean he can't pull his arm off of him? So that was a big game. I don't think Kawhi scored 20 tonight. Broke his record.
Yeah, but no, I think he had 21. Let me see. Let me pull that back up. Yeah, I think he got like 20, or he might have 24. Hold on. He 21. He had 21.
Oh, he broke his record. Oh, the last little shot didn't count. Yeah, man. Like, this nigga Kawhi, bro. I'm ready to ride with him. I'm ready to ride with. He better stay down though. I get to hearing this nigga want to get traded. I'm gonna be pissed.
You gonna flip on that nigga?
Hell fucking yeah.
You gonna become the op?
Hell yeah. If he talk about getting traded and want to leave and shit, oh, I'm tripping on that nigga. Cause nigga, we move heaven and earth to fucking get you, and we let some good shit go. look at the fucking 2-time MVP in OKC, fucking draft picks, fucking all kind of shit. Nigga, let Rondo go because you didn't like him. Just all kind of shit that happened under his watch.
Oh, him and Rondo had beef?
Hell yeah, bro. Rondo's like Chris Paul. He's talking shit to niggas like, nigga, get your ass in line. Like, the nigga like to walk around. Like, this is the first year he really played like how he played this year. Remember, like, early this year, we was going on like, nigga, fuck this shit. This nigga need to play. This nigga need to turn the fuck up. He need to shoot 19, 20 shots. That 12, 14, 15 shots, nigga, that's bullshit. But and he started turning up, you know what I mean? So I couldn't complain. But if he would have playing like this the whole fucking 6 years, who knows what he'd been.
Yeah, it's just those injuries and shit.
Nah, man. Every time he got hurt, he came back 10 times better. Like he added a handle ball. He never had this good of a handle. His shot off the dribble, he never had that. He never had none of that.
And every year he gets better. When this nigga Draymond guarded him, nullified all of that shit.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like I say, the referees let a lot of shit slide.
No, man, you can't blame that one on the ref.
Nah,
because it was some shit. I was seeing them in there hacking the fuck out of Steph, like when he was on driving at one point. Even when they were scrambling for the ball on the floor, there was a foul in that. The refs let that shit play through. I think it was even a turnover and shit.
Yeah, that advantages the defense. And
yeah, but it was the Clippers in there hacking. The refs didn't call a foul on that shit.
Man, them fools are doing moving screens every fucking play. Every fucking play for Steph Curry do a moving screen. And leaving fucking Brook Lopez, leaving Porzingis open, like what I'm saying, man, it's been the same thing all year.
Y'all got that big ass fool who don't play no defense and shit.
Yeah, this nigga.
Yeah, you can't blame it. Steph didn't even shoot nothing but 5 damn threes.
No, Chef started cooking.
Yeah, but you saying the rest is calling these fouls? He barely went to the line.
No, I said the referee wasn't calling fouls.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was watching Steph get hacked, and I seen the refs let that shit play through.
Yeah, they also didn't do it on our side when they were letting them guys push and bump and grind against Kawhi.
And Kawhi's getting his ass locked up.
You gotta stop this shit, dude. So, hey, first of all, I don't appreciate being put on hold for this nigga when he was just gonna come on and make excuses.
I didn't make no excuses.
But I get it. You know, fam and all that. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, you gotta have that same energy. What niggas want you to come on here and do is come on here and call them niggas fucking trash. Like they are. Because you was real vocal about what the fuck they was gonna do. You told me that I was wrong and that they was gonna do all this magnificent, once in a lifetime shit that they didn't even get close to. You said the Lakers was gonna drop all the way from fucking third and damn near be out the playoffs. And these bum-ass niggas was going to rise all the way the fuck up and was just going to pass all these fucking teams. The motherfuckers ended in 10th, nigga. 10th. No matter what happened, no matter what the excuses is, this is what you said. This was your damn near guarantee on your team. And you just supposed to keep it 100. These niggas just don't know how to win. It's not only the players, just the organization. The organization is trash. And they always been trash. These niggas put together shitty ass teams and shit. Fucking this shit look worse than the fucking Dallas team when they used to have Derrick Jones and all of them. You got fucking Derrick Jones, Brook Lopez, tall for nothing ass. You got fucking Mathurin, the only one that kind of tried to save the day. The nigga had 23 off the bench. Why is this nigga even coming off the bench? I told you about
dumbass. He come off the bench the whole fucking time. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Why for that team? He should be fucking better than Derrick Jones.
No, he's not.
Yes, the fuck he is.
No, he's
Just
not. He can
like I
score better than
told you,
Derrick Jones, but Derrick Jones has a better effect on defense
Derrick
as a
Jones
point of
is a
attack defender.
role. But nigga, I'm putting if I have the same team, I'm fucking starting fucking Matthew over Jones. Just like I
No, he's
told you,
not.
fucking Darius Garland is nothing to fucking be scared of. I told you that when they first got this nigga. This nigga's nothing to be scared of. I don't give a fuck if he give you 20 every once in a blue moon. He's nothing to be scared of.
He's averaging 20.
I don't give a fuck. I just said I don't care if he give you 20 once in a while or every night. That little bullshit 20 is nothing to be scared of coming from him. He's not him. They invested all of their fucking money into Kawhi, Paul George, and James Harden. Nigga, they went around the table and gave this nigga Kawhi Leonard money under the table. And a motherfucker scored 2 points in the fourth quarter of a playing game. Knock it the fuck off, man. These niggas invested all that money into these 3 niggas, and they didn't get nothing out of it. Now, the other 2 niggas that they traded is still in the playoffs. And now you stuck with Kawhi, who everybody will say is the best player out of those 3, and this nigga's at home.
Yep. And Paul George is playing with Tyrese Maxey and VJ Escombe and
What the fuck do that mean? They don't even got fucking Embiid.
And Embiid been playing a little bit
The
this
nigga
year.
didn't play. He didn't play today.
And James Harden playing with the number 1 team in the East. You know what
They
I'm
not
talking
the
about?
number 1 team in the
Last
East.
year, they're number 1 team.
Last year. I'm talking about this year, though. nigga.
James Harden playing with them, so.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
that
Kawhi-
shows a trend. That shows a trend. Kawhi better off with another team then.
Of course, everybody's better off with a better team than the Clippers. Like, everybody. Like, nigga, if the Clippers wanted to pick me up right now, nigga, I'm good. Nigga, good. They say, quit this job and come over here and play, man, I'm good.
Man, you wouldn't be able to make the stay ready team, bro. Get the fuck
Man,
out of
nigga,
here.
if you don't fucking start me,
You wouldn't be able to
nigga.
make it. Get the fuck out of here, man. You wouldn't be a ball boy, a rebounder in the fucking Clippers. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Get the fuck. I wouldn't do
Man,
it for
that
them
nigga-
niggas. I wouldn't
that
play
nigga
for them
delusional.
niggas. If they got a starting spot for me right now, I'm fucking good. That's how fucking trash
Starting what?
them
Niggas
niggas
starting
is.
the
Fuck them
laundry?
niggas. Fuck
Yeah,
them. I don't give a
fuck
fuck what it was. Fuck them.
Yeah. That's
Fuck
cool.
them.
That's cool. We still riding though, homie. It's another
They're riding
team.
weird, nigga. You
The Lakers,
fishing, you
the
in
Lakers gonna be the
Cancun,
same
nigga.
place we at 4 or 5 games from now. Next week, Lakers gonna be over here with us.
See, that's the thing. Like, y'all whole focus be the Lakers.
No,
Y'all
no,
whole
it's not.
competition.
No, it's
Nigga,
not.
it's more teams.
No, it's
more
not.
teams in
No,
the
it's
NBA
not.
than
You
just
speaking
the
from a
Lakers.
Lakers fan.
That's all y'all talking about.
I don't even consider
Man,
Lakers
bring
a
up the
rival.
Lakers. And bring up
Because
the
you're a
Lakers.
fan.
You just did.
Because
Of
you're a
course.
fan.
But you just brought it up. We didn't have to bring them up. I know I'm a fan.
Yes,
I
you
could have
did,
said,
because you're
nigga, my
talking all
team
this shit.
is shitting
And then
on y'all
next
niggas.
Monday,
You
you're
was
gonna be on the
talking all
same
that
place I'm
shit.
at. Next
No,
Monday, you're
next
gonna be in the
Monday.
same place
Get the
I'm
fuck
at.
out of here. We're gonna
Look,
get
the
swept
Lakers got
4-0
a play-in
by the
play.
fucking.
Why-
No, we ain't got no fucking play in.
No,
We're the Rockets.
next
We're the fucking
next
fourth
series
place
gonna
team.
take 1 week. Kevin Durant gonna
Man.
spank LeBron
Kevin
James'
Durant
ass
ain't
like
gonna
he
spank
always
shit.
does.
He ain't
And
gonna
that-
spank
Oh,
shit.
them niggas got to play Houston.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they gotta
Kevin
play
Durant gonna
Houston.
spank that nigga like he always do.
Yeah.
They
Hey,
ain't gonna
Lucas,
spank
sorry
shit.
ass ain't coming back, huh?
Talk
Yeah, he'll
about
come back and have excuses. Oh, I'm hurt. Why
talk about
Amen Thompson
motherfucking-
locking his ass up? He gonna have
Oh,
excuses.
yeah.
man,
Next
get
thing
that
I'm laughing at.
motherfucking
Yeah, I'm
Amen
laughing
Thompson.
at that shit.
Talk about I know niggas just waiting for us to fail so they can laugh. But again,
Oh,
nigga, we in
goddamn
fourth
right.
place. We ain't in no motherfucking play-in tournament.
Well, if you're not
Now
first,
the
you
Warriors
last.
got 4 games. You
If
just
you're
gave the
not
Warriors
if you're
4
not
games,
first, you
nigga.
last. So
They
I
got a
don't know what
whole
you're talking
fucking
about.
that ain't true, nigga.
It is
Because
true.
it ain't true because
It
you
is
could be the
true.
underdog and still win. You still got a
Yeah,
choice.
if you're
The
not
Warriors got a choice.
well, you're either not
Thanks
going to
to
win the
y'all.
championship. You're going to be the same place
You
it does when the
don't know
draft
what
starts.
the fuck you got. What the fuck you
I
got?
know
A crystal
exactly
ball,
what's
nigga?
going to happen.
You got a crystal ball, nigga?
Yep, I got a crystal ball against the fucking weak ass fucking snow time Flakers. I sure the
Man,
fuck
knock it the fuck up. How the fuck did you call anybody trash when you have no banners in your arena,
Bro, you guys
nigga?
are fucking. You
You
got white
0
supremacy
fucking banners in
basketball.
your arena.
Niggas get
How the
carried
fuck
through
you
the
got the
fucking
right to
league.
call
And
anybody
you want to
trash?
talk to me
Carry
about
my
fucking
ass.
advantages and
You
all this
wish you
shit.
could get carried, nigga. How about you?
I
fucking build a
wish just one
dynasty,
time.
nigga? How
One
about
time
you just win one?
Kawhi Leonard
Just
could get the
win
whistle
one.
fucking Fluke could get.
Man,
I wish
just
Kawhi
win
Leonard get that
one.
whistle Fluke could get. I
Win
wish
one
Kawhi
fucking
Leonard could walk around
championship.
and travel with the ball
Do
and
this for me,
carry
nigga.
and it is
How
cream for
about you
everything he
compare?
does.
How about you
I need that
compare
in my
your
life.
team to just win one
I
Western
need that.
Conference
Just
Finals?
1 week.
in this era, in the 2020s, just convince your team to win one fucking Western Conference. I'm not
It's all
asking you
right.
for a finals
No, we
championship.
we
I'm
going
just
for the
asking you for a
championship. Like I
Western
said,
Conference.
we
Get the
if you're
fuck
not
you
first, you're
you
last. We
couldn't
got
y'all
champions
niggas
Hey,
on
you
our
can't
got to go
team.
sniff.
one at a time. One at a time. This
I
ain't
don't
in
want to
front
talk to
of
this
us.
nigga no more. What the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, this nigga, what?
Man, call them niggas the bums that they are. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, bro.
You was wrong as a motherfucker, and I was right as a motherfucker. I knew exactly where they would be. They would be the same place that I am, nigga. Not in the finals, nigga, but my
And
team still
so would
is,
the
nigga.
Lakers. So we can have this conversation when the Lakers get put out.
No, we talking right now. We got 4 games to win.
I
Y'all
know.
don't. Y'all
1
just
week.
got the Warriors a 4-game series because y'all couldn't win one
Nah.
game. You said
Warriors
on
ain't
here.
gonna beat Phoenix.
I just say y'all gave them 4 games. Y'all gave them a series. You said on here that y'all was
Man,
going to
pass the
beat
mic,
them.
man.
You said y'all was gonna beat them. You was wrong.
Pass the mic, bro.
Oh, we can do that, but nigga, it's still here documented. The
All
videos
right,
is still up. You
just
said
John,
they
what
was
you
gonna
got?
win,
What you
nigga.
got for me, bro?
Nigga,
Yeah, what's up, my guy Deuce, man?
Man, trying to maintain, homie. Trying to keep my head, homeboy.
This nigga Reggie cold, man. Nah, though, man.
Hey, y'all gonna think I'm cold when the Lakers get their ass put out too. Shit, I'm clowning that shit too.
nigga, you can't clown shit. Who your team?
I'm fucking with San Antonio. Y'all been hearing me
You
bring that
fucking with,
shit up
but is
all
that
night.
your team? Is you gonna be a San Antonio fan? You can't fuck with them
Man,
one day, then when
oh
they
yes I
lose.
did,
But we
nigga. I
gotta
ain't
have
in
the
no
same.
slave minded loving
Hey,
these fucking
Reggie.
We have to have the
Reggie.
same opportunity to
You have
talk
my
shit
money
about
ready
your
soon,
team
Hey,
bro.
if
as you got to talk shit about our team.
if Wemby go to the motherfucking Lakers, I'll cheer the Lakers for you. If he go to the Clippers,
That's
that's what the
gay.
Clippers need to go
That's
after.
gay.
The Clippers,
What
the
you
Fuck all
talking
Clippers
that.
need
about?
to go after
That's
That's
Wemby.
the
gay.
way
You
it's
don't
always.
follow a man. That's
Nah,
gay.
niggas,
That's the
no,
way it's always
it's
been,
gay.
bro.
It's gay
No,
loving the white
You
man
have to pick a
motherfucking team.
team, nigga.
No,
Pick a
no.
squad.
That's the gay shit. A nigga
Yeah, that's
loving
the
a
gay
white
shit.
man's team, nigga.
No, you gonna
Yeah.
follow
nah.
one man.
No,
I
you
like this
cheerleading for
man.
a
Are you
white man
attracted to
team.
him?
That's the gay shit.
You
Or is that
attracted to the
slave
nigga?
shit?
You
Is
gonna
that
choose
shit
one
slave?
man over
Hey, look,
all
is
other
that
men?
shit slave and gay?
I ain't never been no slave, so I couldn't tell you
Well,
what
obviously you
slave.
must want to be
Nigga,
one. You cheering on some
nigga,
white
no.
motherfucking
A
team.
white motherfucker. I'm cheering
I
a
watch
team. The
I
Lakers
watch
have always have
basketball
a
for the
team full of
players.
niggas.
Man,
I
you
watch
ain't watched one
basketball for the
game, nigga.
players.
You
Not
ain't
no
watched one
fucking
game,
team.
bro.
It's a team
Stop
sport.
lying.
That nigga not gonna
Yeah.
score all the points by
And so,
himself.
so do niggas get recruited by teams and stay there?
Do they get what?
But don't nobody watch no. Don't
Niggas,
nobody watch
let me
no
say this to
no
you,
game
Pip.
for
Let me
no
say this.
team, bro. Go
Why
ahead.
Man,
you
ain't
talking about
nobody asked you
why,
shit,
why you say
Pittsburgh
you
team.
watch a
I
team?
watch
Talk
I
to
watch
this
the
Niggas get
game
nigga.
for the team.
Bro, you
I
don't know what
definitely
you
niggas
watch the
get
talking
game for the
about.
drafted
team.
by a team. Do they stay there?
Sometimes they
Bro,
do. Did Kobe?
Kobe and that shit Kobe happened in his career is rare as fuck. Now, question again:
Kobe didn't even
when
get
niggas get
drafted by the
drafted by
Lakers, bro.
teams,
Come
do they
on.
stay there?
no.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't.
Man,
Most
that
of the
shit is
time,
like
no.
1%.
Rare. Yeah,
One
rare
You get
as
it
percent.
fuck.
bounced
1%
everywhere.
my ass.
Rare as fuck. The
Niggas
whole
that
career.
niggas that really like the sport, we got teams. We ride with teams. That's why it's hard to talk with niggas that be like, "Who is Denny Avdia?"
Man,
Nigga, you don't even know who Denny Avdia is. You don't know niggas'
Facts.
names. You don't know niggas'
Facts.
bro,
teams. Like
don't know.
Who
nigga,
didn't?
we
Don't
know who
nobody.
these
Hold on,
niggas
hold on, hold
are.
on. Who
We
didn't?
fans of the sport
Who didn't know
of
who
the
that
Bro,
team.
was?
don't nobody say nothing about Michael
Reggie
Jordan in
didn't
the
know who
booth.
it
They say,
was.
bro,
I
they say
Man,
I
Michael
watched that
Jordan. They
nigga
don't say
man,
Michael
yesterday.
I ain't
Jordan in the
talking to
booth,
this
bro.
nigga, man, because he
Bro,
about to
they
just say
don't
a bunch
say
of
Yeah,
because you
bullshit.
don't know what you're talking about, bro. Don't nobody say Michael Jordan in the booth. They say Michael Jordan. That's who the goat is. They don't say shit about that damn team. Only goofy ass dudes like you say stupid shit like
Ain't
that.
no, hey,
Don't
you
nobody
goofy
give a
ass
fuck
nigga.
about the
Ain't no
Bulls.
such thing as the
Don't
fucking
nobody give a
96
damn
Michael
about the
Jordan, nigga.
Bulls.
It's the 96
Don't nobody
Bulls that
give a
was the
damn
best
about the
team, not
Bulls.
the
Don't nobody
96
care
Jordans,
about the
nigga.
Lakers.
It's
Yeah,
the
we heard
96
you.
Bulls,
We
nigga.
heard all
Not the
that. Don't
96
nobody care
Jordans,
nothing about
nigga.
the
The
Lakers.
96
Don't nobody.
Bulls was the
We
best, one
heard
of the
you.
best
that's a
teams.
straight
Don't
The
lie.
nobody care
Chicago
about the
Lakers,
Lakers
nigga.
with
Not
One
the
Kobe
at a
on
time.
there.
motherfucking
Hey,
Magic
hey, DJ,
Johnsons.
let him talk. Let him talk.
Yeah,
If
bro,
you
you just
ain't
talking,
nobody hearing
bro.
that
Don't
shit,
nobody care about the Lakers with Kobe on there. They talking about Kobe. People follow individual players in basketball, bro. That ain't the same shit because those players usually don't last their whole career there. That's normal shit. Y'all motherfuckers trying to make some shit that's not normal. Kobe staying there his whole career is not
I'm sorry.
fucking
It's a
normal.
casual take. only casual people, only
Wait,
casual is like.
hold on, dude. You
But
cut
that's
him
the
off.
casual. Go ahead, my bad. That's a casual take though.
Well, Kawhi ain't played with no one team. Like, look at all the stars. KD ain't played with no one team. LeBron ain't played with no one team. Like, we can
Wait,
go
just
through
stop.
all the
You gotta
stars.
stay-
These motherfuckers
you gotta
don't play
stay
with no
on mute
one team.
because you
Go
got
ahead.
feedback coming in. Go ahead, Pitt. Sorry about that.
No, y'all got it. I'm just saying that that's the normal take. These guys don't play on no one team no more. Go ahead, y'all got
That doesn't mean your fandom though. People are fans of teams. They're not fans of players. That's why niggas get booed when they leave and shit.
You gotta realize the Knicks, regardless of who on the
Man.
floor, is gonna sell out. Like, what are you talking about? Them dudes got the
Yeah,
highest
that shit
attendance rate in
weird.
the league, bro.
Like,
With
ain't no
nobody, they had nobody in the
player,
attendance, bro.
ain't no one player got no arena. You don't go to a fucking arena for one player, nigga. The team has the arena. You know what I'm saying? Well, like,
Yeah, they do,
weird.
but it helped elevate. Having a star player help elevate the team, but certain teams don't really need star players to sell out. That's only like teams like the Hornets, they need like stars. A team like the Lakers, the Knicks, when the Lakers was asked for the last 10 years, towards the end of Kobe's career, they was selling out games, bro. The Knicks was selling out games when they was asked this last decade before they got Brunson and went on this little run where they be making the playoffs. So that shit really don't matter.
Yeah, agree with
You
you.
need to win though. Yeah, but you need to win and you need a star. You can sell out the arena, but you ain't gonna win shit without a star.
Nah, for sure. Nah, I agree with that. I was just saying the first point you was making.
But that's another reason why you represent for the team, because players come and go. If Kobe had left the Lakers, I would still be a Laker fan. I'm not a Kobe fan. Like, I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm a fan of the Lakers. Players are gonna come and go as they should. They're gonna make their money, get their rings, get their championships. It's easy to be a fan of the Warriors when they fucking 73-9 and they winning all these championships and shit. But what about when they ask? Like, is you gonna be fleeting? Is you just you ain't gonna have no foundation? You just gonna run every time a player comes and leaves? You gonna have 100 jerseys? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we ride with a squad. And
Man, this shit about players, man. Nobody give a
man,
fuck
it's
about
about
You
the
know that
team.
shit, man.
Nigga, this is the
No-
Lakers and the
no flake
Broncos, nigga.
ass
That's
team.
it. I don't give I ain't no one player. Niggas come and go all the time. But my teams, they known for always being in the hunt, nigga. Always being good. I can name you players from every time we won a championship, every year we play. Nigga, jerseys from this is my favorite player this year, and this is my favorite player that year after this nigga left. Like, you really can't expect nobody to be there 10, 15 years. They gonna go get their money. And then your team might not want to keep that player no more. There's no reason for you to keep James Harden if you're not gonna win you a championship, if it's not working out over there. You know what I'm saying? So shit comes and go. But the Lakers, nigga, they gonna be in LA. They not leaving LA. You feel me? LeBron might leave LA. I'm not gonna go be a Clippers fan because LeBron went over there, or a Boston fan because LeBron went over there. Like, that's just strange to me.
Bro, but
Hella
y'all don't. You know who
strange.
own these teams? Yeah, y'all know who own these teams, bro.
No one
Like,
cares
y'all-
about the
y'all-
owners, bro. Y'all
Yeah,
niggas
but
crazy.
that's
doing
matter.
that shit,
that's who make the decisions on hiring the GMs, who make the decision on which
Not
players
really,
that
especially in basketball.
them.
Them owners don't be doing shit with them fucking teams. They got a
Bro,
whole.
Rob
They don't even
Pelinka
know
been there.
basketball. They
Rob
never played
Pelinka
in
been
their
there.
life.
It don't matter. Rob Pelinka ain't never played nowhere, and he the GM of the
Rob
fucking
Pelinka
Lakers.
is not an owner.
He's the ain't he the GM?
Yeah,
He's
Okay,
a
so
fucking
that
Rob Pelinka
okay, so where
started
he
off
came
as
from?
Kobe's agent.
Okay, so
So
he
he
ain't
knows
never played no
basketball.
basketball in his life, and he's
He
well,
picking
doesn't have
personnel on
Kobe
the
to.
thought
fucking
he
team.
did.
Been
Kobe
doing
thought he
that
did
shit
because
for a
Kobe didn't want
while.
to put him there. Kobe
He's
was the
an
one to put
agent,
him there.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Kobe
y'all
put him.
missing
They
the
wanted
point.
Kobe to
Y'all
be.
see,
They wanted Kobe
y'all
to
care
be
about
GM. And he's like, no, but use my agent. And Rob
yeah, but
Pelinka's connection then got LeBron James 19 fucking 100 players, and he got Luka for free.
bro, but that ain't the point I was making. The point I'm making is y'all care about these teams more than the owners, because they don't even put personnel that really know about this shit the way that y'all know
Bro,
about it. And y'all riding with these motherfuckers so
what does
hard.
that matter? That's like, I'm not going. What about your job, nigga? Who own your job? We don't care who
I'm
owns the
not,
company.
I'm
Like,
not,
who gives
bro,
a fuck?
I'm not riding around with colors of my job saying I'm repping the job. I go there for a
Nigga,
check and that's
but
it.
you represent
That's
them, right?
all
Just
I'm
like the
going there
players
for.
do.
When
Just like
I'm
the
getting
players
paid
do.
from it.
We not
Right,
getting
but you're
paid for
not a
them. No, we
player.
got nothing to do with that. That's my point. We're not players. So why do we
That's
give
why
a fuck
people
about
ride
who
with.
owns the team?
But that's why people ride for players, because the owners don't put the correct people to pick the correct personnel. They don't give a fuck. Y'all care more than they care.
That
So if
depend
we
on
care, just let us care about what we care about.
Depending on what
We are
owner you
not
talking
casual
about.
fans. Yeah, it
Boston,
depends on what owner.
the Boston
Mark Cuban
Celtics,
was involved.
they done a pretty good job, bro. They
Our,
ownership, they
our
done a
owner
pretty
care
good job.
too.
They put out winning
I
teams
got
every
major
year.
respect for Steve Ballmer and what he done for that team so far, but I think he just needs to get better personnel in that office and build better teams. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these owners, they do really care. Sometimes like they life be fucking that team. You know what I'm saying? And these are successful businessmen. Like we supposed to be mad at them because they successful people making money, got a whole fucking
Yep.
team. Like why the fuck we supposed to be mad at them about that? Like we love this shit. We
Nobody
love
said
sports. We
that.
love watching these dudes compete every night for our entertainment. Like, did you watch that game? The end of that game we just seen? Like that's nigga, they was down. They started off the game down 10, came all the way back. Curry went out the game. Draymond locking shit up. Al Horford fucking 40 out there. That nigga hit 4 threes back to back. They wasn't even almost threes, nigga. They hit nothing but net. That shit was beautiful. Shit was amazing.
Porzingis
Like,
tip dunking.
oh my
Like,
God. Tip Duncan. This nigga is, what is he? He's like 7 feet. That nigga still just jumping out above the rim, grabbing the ball and smashing that shit down. Like, this is.
Yeah, but you named a bunch of players. You ain't say nothing about the motherfuckers picking them. That's why nobody gives a shit about them dudes. And when them dudes when Curry go to another team, he gonna have a whole fanfare. If he go to another team, they gonna follow right behind him, rightfully so. The NBA is about that. That's the one league where people walk around without face masks, without a bunch of shit, where you know who the
yeah,
fuck the
not
player
the Warrior
is.
fans.
You tell
The
who
Warrior
he is.
fans. The Warrior fans care about that fucking team. They booed Steph
Exactly.
Curry. They
When
booed
he go
Steph
to another
Curry
team,
when
he's gonna have a bunch of people following him, bro.
a bunch of
It don't really matter.
casuals. A bunch of casuals,
I
bro.
mean,
And
people
there's nothing wrong with that.
can't say that though, dudes. No,
Yes, I
because
can,
people
bro.
follow.
It
Bro,
is,
when
nigga.
Michael
That's
Jordan went
just.
to North Carolina, he had a shitload of fans. So all the motherfuckers was casuals.
Man,
Like people love players, bro.
Michael Jordan didn't do that till he started doing that shit in the league. He didn't have all that shit. Fucking Akeem
Come on.
Olajuwon. He
Niggas
wasn't
forget.
even the first pick.
Exactly. Niggas forget. Niggas like to put Jordan like he was just day one.
I'm talking about.
Don't
I never
forget all
said
the
that.
fucking. Don't
People
forget all the
follow
fucking
their
times he was
players,
getting
bro.
his ass whooped. They didn't nigga, nobody followed Jordan to the Warriors. I mean, to the Wizards. Like, what are we talking
What are
about?
you talking about? All those games were sold out. They was all on
It
national
don't matter if
TV.
they were
What are you
sold out.
talking
Niggas
about?
wasn't
So
Wizards fans
why
just
you
because
said
Michael
nobody
Jordan went to the
followed?
Wizards.
Why are they selling out?
Yeah.
If they're not selling them out, they're not selling out the stadiums. If they're not on national TV, that means people are following that guy on that fucking team. So what you're
Yes,
saying,
bro.
it don't
That
make
is
no
not
sense.
what it
Of
means.
being a fan of then after Michael Jordan left, he didn't leave the Wizards. Like the fans didn't stay Wizards fans. Like
Exactly.
did nobody go buy no Gilbert Arenas and Antoine Jameson jerseys.
No, they didn't, because they followed that player. That's what that
Yeah.
that's my point.
Casuals.
Exactly.
But
They followed the
everybody's
player.
not a casual.
But you gotta remember, everybody don't care about they're a fan of the player, but you gotta remember people from these cities, man. Like people take pride in their city, man. Like
No, I understand
all
that.
them
And
New
that's
York
the reason
fans
a lot
take
of
pride
people
in
picking
being
the
Knicks
teams
fans.
like how y'all fans of teams.
No.
That's where that shit comes from.
Did I say I was a
I'm not
fan of a team?
talking
Have you ever heard me say I was a fan of a team?
No, I'm talking about what DJ was saying earlier.
Nah,
Aren't
that's
you a
what I
Laker
said.
fan?
Asking what's your
Nah, I ain't
favorite
no Laker fan.
all that shit.
Nah, I ain't no Laker fan.
Man,
But
I just feel like it's unfair for a nigga to be able to sit here and bash your team, and then be like, nigga, well, I ain't got a team. Well, it's like, man, well, nigga,
I
who the
picked the
fuck can I
team
talk
that
about then to get
I
on
picked
your
the
ass?
team that I was like, what I see would win the finals, and
no,
that's the
you
team.
a casual,
Yeah, that's
nigga.
real
You
easy.
picked the
That's
Knicks.
casual.
No,
That's
this
real
nigga picked
easy.
this nigga picked the Knicks last year. Now he a Spurs fan.
And they did what I told
As
you
a
they was gonna
casual
do.
would
They
do.
did, nigga.
Yes,
You
they
see
did.
That ain't
Yeah.
that
casual,
lying
bro.
ass nigga.
Bro, y'all making up rules that nobody has to follow. Like people can be fans of players and follow that fucking player, and that's just the end of it. Like I don't get this thing where y'all do it where
Okay, I
somebody
guess
got to
it's
be
the
a
end. I guess you
diehard
can end their
fan
live
to
then,
the
Reggie,
end.
because
Bro,
Pittsburgh
like
TV.
who?
Said that's
Okay,
the
so
end of it.
because when they had the Super Bowl, these quote unquote non-casual people that y'all want to call, who you think go to the Super Bowl and buy all them goddamn tickets when they in the Super Bowl? Them expensive ass tickets, them
So
playoff tickets.
this
All
how
these
I
casual
know
people are the ones that promote the
you're
sport,
not
bro.
even really a
So y'all
sports
ain't making
fan.
no sense.
You just not a sports fan, and that's why it's hard having this argument with you because
But
everybody
What
knows
do you mean?
they only sell 10% of the tickets for the Super Bowl. They give those fucking tickets away. So how the fuck could you even
They
use
give all
that
the
as
tickets away.
yeah
They
to the
give all the
Super
tickets
Bowl?
away, DJ.
I never
They
knew
give
heard
all
that
the
shit
tickets that
before.
way.
A casual
Bro,
will
you just
not
made
know
that
that.
up, bro.
It take a
You
diehard
just
fan
made
to
that
know
up,
that.
bro.
Look it up.
Man, fuck
You
no.
just made that shit up,
Quit.
bro. You
Bro,
just
the
made that
Super Bowl
bullshit
is
up,
full
bro.
of the Super Bowl is full of fucking companies and
It's full
comp
of
tickets and all that
corporations.
shit.
Exactly. But they
Exactly.
buy the
That
tickets,
don't
though,
they
Yeah,
don't
bro.
that's
buy
what they're
the
giving
buy that
away.
They
shit.
buy the tickets.
Why
No,
are we
bro.
arguing about it? Well, you got Google right here. Look it up.
Man, they make a ton of money at the gate for a Super
Man,
Bowl.
look
From
it
the
up. They selling
corporation.
commercials, nigga. Look
Yeah,
it up.
corporations
Niggas love to
like
just talk.
buying that shit.
Yeah, that's
Niggas
what
love
I'm
to just
saying.
talk,
you
nigga.
comparing how you
No,
comparing
he's saying people ain't going to that shit. The
you
tickets free.
comparing my bad, go ahead, Reggie.
No. You got. I was just saying. He said the tickets is free and shit.
Nah, you comparing football fandom to basketball. That's two different type of fandoms.
But
Bro.
no, that's what DJ brought up. He talking about.
No, that's what
He
nah,
said
he
everybody
didn't-
know that they give away these damn Super Bowl.
bro, they not
Yeah,
they
because
buying them tickets and giving them away.
Pittsburgh said that.
Bro, I was
Pittsburgh
in
brought up
Miami
the
when
NFL.
LeBron.
That's why I
Listen,
said
bro,
he-
I was in Miami when LeBron came down here, and everybody was spending up crazy money to get playoff tickets, and that wasn't no giveaway tickets. Them tickets was out crazy how much them goddamn
What are
tickets
you
cost.
talking
People
about?
spending,
Who
bro,
gives a
people
shit?
spend their
I
money,
was down
and
there.
they
I
were
was in
casual
Miami when
people.
LeBron was
Hold
there.
on, and
You
then
know how
hold
much
on,
the
and they were
tickets was? $82 for
hold
a
on.
playoff game.
No, they wasn't, bro. You a lie. Not
Nigga,
when
I was
LeBron
there.
and
I was
D
about to
Wade
go
and
to
all
the
them was
game.
here.
I was about
Bro,
to
listen.
go to the game. I was
Okay,
there.
cool. Did you go?
Because the
Did you
tickets
buy
were
any
so
tickets
cheap.
at that
No,
price?
I didn't.
Did you
I
go?
didn't,
So
but
you
I was
don't know how
about
much
to.
they
Because the
cost.
game,
No.
nigga, I
Don't
was
tell me
right
what you
there
about to
looking
do.
up the tickets. Me and my
Hold
cousin
on.
looking at the tickets.
If you
Nigga, do
did,
we want to go? We're
DJ,
trying to figure
if you
out, do
didn't,
we want to go?
if you didn't physically buy a ticket, you don't know what it costs. If you physically
So
bought a
if
ticket
I
for
looked at,
$1
so if I
amount,
didn't look it up, I wasn't on
oh my God.
StubHub and Ticketmaster looking at the prices. I don't know how much the prices cost when I'm looking at it
At
on
the-
my phone. What are
Did
you
you,
talking
when,
about?
bro, if you didn't complete the purchase at the time that you buy them tickets, those tickets fluctuate. Until you actually complete the ticket price of buying the fucking ticket, that's what the goddamn ticket costs. People that were casual fans that barely watched the fucking NBA were paying crazy money to go to them playoffs when LeBron and all them was down here. People who
Because it was
barely
an
watched.
event, bro.
That's what they were
it wasn't
spending money on.
It was an event. Like that's man, y'all don't be knowing what's going on with
Exactly.
this sports
No, he's
shit,
saying
bro.
no.
dude, you
He's
saying
saying
the
they're giving
tickets
the
are
ticket
given
away. Yeah, that's what he's saying. The tickets are given away. That's what he's
No,
saying. That's not
yes,
true.
like the company gives them away, bro. A lot of tickets are brought as comp for
Yeah.
every fucking
Why?
thing.
They paying for that shit.
He
Yeah,
said
but
10%
they're not
of the
paying
tickets
what
some
they're
people
not
paying for.
paying
That's
what
crazy, bro.
the ticket price,
Look,
what the
hold
face
on.
price is, bro. You get them
Look,
wholesale.
listen to this. Super Bowl tickets are not sold to the general public through traditional direct sales. Instead, they are almost entirely distributed to NFL teams, partners, and sponsors. That's what I'm saying. A difference between talking to a nigga that really know this
I don't
shit
know where
and
you got
talking
that
to a
from,
nigga
bro.
that just
I don't know
watch.
where you
I
got
got it
that
from
from.
Google.
Where you get that from?
So,
You just
so
talking,
look,
bro.
so even with you pulling that from Google, so what you acting like the NFL ain't getting the highest price from them, and that's what takes it out
Yeah,
the
they're
fucking
selling them
public.
tickets, bro. They're selling. They're giving it
They-
to the
they
teams, and the
just
teams are reselling the
just
tickets,
said
bro.
They probably
are
paying so
almost
much money on that shit. They probably paying
distributed.
so much money on them tickets
They are
that of
giving
course
away.
the NFL is gonna go to them to purchase this whole block of fucking
They
tickets. bro.
giving them away. It said they're
No, they
almost
fucking
entirely
man.
distributed, not sold.
So what's the
Distributed,
dollar amount?
given.
What's the this nigga said not sold,
Man.
man. That's bullshit. We gonna
I
pull
just
up
read
the
that's
this
revenue.
shit. You niggas, as I said, you don't know. It's like arguing with a brick wall, nigga.
Bro, we gonna
So
pull
you got
up.
some free
So
tickets?
therefore, you saying they ain't making money at the Super Bowl?
That's not what
Yeah,
I
they
said. I said
getting
they're not
tickets away,
selling
bro.
the tickets to the general public. That's what I just read. Like, where do you come up with some
It's
extra shit?
public or
some
not,
shit I
the
didn't
tickets
say.
are still being sold. They're making a
On
profit.
third party. Yeah, they're selling them on third party, bro. that mean that they're not directly selling it, but the tickets are still being fucking sold, bro. Like, what part of this you don't get? Them ain't no free fucking tickets.
Right. But I think what he was saying
He
is
never said free. Go, my bad, Asian man. Go ahead.
He
I know
said
it's
only
all good.
10% of those tickets is the general public paying for them, and corporations just get the rest of the tickets. That was his original statement, which is crazy.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
he probably misspoke.
No, that's not how
Pittsburgh.
it
But
goes.
Pittsburgh, just hear me out. One thing that's guaranteed is the season ticket holders for whatever team that is that's in the final game, championship or whatever, they guaranteed to get a ticket if they want to purchase it.
Correct.
They can't
Exactly.
deny that.
Yes.
So that is considered
Yes.
a part of the general public. That's not a corporation. Except for Green Bay, I think their fans is part ownership. I think there's a few exceptions, but generally over 99%. Yeah, the season ticket holders are considered general public, and they're guaranteed to get, to be able to purchase a ticket. That's all I want to say. So in the way he was right, he probably just didn't articulate.
No, he said 10%, but that go against the 10% thing. So if a team that's in there, he said only 10% of people are buying this ticket. That don't even jive with what you saying.
How many people? What percentage you think of a team sells fucking
Listen, what he just
season
said,
ticket holders?
Hold on. He just came on here, and this is again, we are living in 2026. We have all this information available. So let's not come on here and just say shit. Season ticket holders are not guaranteed Super Bowl tickets. That's a totally different thing.
I say they are guaranteed to have the option to purchase one. I didn't say guaranteed to be given one.
They
If
are not guaranteed the right to purchase Super Bowl tickets.
Go ahead, prove me wrong, DJ. Go ahead, prove me
Yeah,
wrong.
if they hosting it, they do. Yeah, if they're hosting it, they do.
But, man, all right, man, I'm out of here, man. Niggas just
Bro, you
talking,
never
man.
had a season
Man,
ticket.
get
You
the
never
fuck
had
outta
season
here,
ticket.
man.
You never had season ticket holders where your stadium hosts the Super Bowl and they give you the option to buy the fucking tickets. You never had that happen to you, bro.
He gone.
Yeah, because he never had that happen to him, bro. Like he can't make that happen.
Tickets ain't free. The niggas, the NFL ain't about to do no shit for free.
Oh no, because some events like y'all describing, those are guaranteed to be sold out weeks before the event come.
Yeah, it's a mix of different, but it's a mix of different people buying them. He just was making it seem like they just only 10% of people are getting it. Corporations getting them, and they just handing them out for free. That ain't what's going on, man. They ain't giving away
no goddamn during the regular season, and that's for promo. They still get a tax write-off on it.
But either way, people are fans of players for the most part, bro. Not teams like that. Unless you live in those cities. Like then that makes sense because you live in that fucking city. That's where you from. I get it.
We can't put our moralities and civilities on other people's judgment. A lot of people are fans of teams. There's a lot of people are fans of players too. You're right about that. But I think there's more fans of teams than there are players.
I don't know, Deuce. That's kind of subjective. It's hard to tell.
A lot of people are loyal to the teams in their cities. I'm not. I give a fuck about LA teams like that.
Man, you don't give a fuck about no team. You know, a team player.
Man, I like players,
that's why
bro.
That's why you like boxing. The one-on-one, ain't no team on it. Can't nobody carry you, or you can depend on somebody else. You know, I understand.
But even outside of the like the team thing, like because I used to like the 49ers and shit. But then it's like you see players you like on the team go elsewhere, and it's just like I follow teams. And especially when at a point where I was watching kids come out of high school, go to league, I'll be wanting to see the success of them. So, and it just Deshaun, your audio coming through, you got to go on mute when you're not talking. But yeah, so that's where I've always been. I never liked any of these fucking teams. I never rock with a team. I've always been big on that shit about black ownership. I ain't about to just rock with a team and it's owned by a white dude and the fucking black owners can't even come in. Black people with money can't come into ownership. I'll never fuck with an NBA team, an NFL team, no fucking team.
Well, it's been an influx of black ownership.
Where celebrity motherfucking like
nah, that's minority. That's minority
Nah,
ownership. That's
it's a
not real
couple black
ownership of a
owners in the
team.
NBA.
Yeah, that's minority.
Some
You talking about
celebrity
minority
motherfucker.
ownership?
Nah,
Yeah, that's like where
it's
they get like a
African
little
dude in
stake.
Missouri in Toronto. He
Nah,
He
I
own
would
the
never
team.
that
Yeah, he
shit.
own the team, or he a
I
minority
really don't
owner.
give a
'Cause,
fuck who
He
owned
said
the team.
Toronto. That's the team up in Canada and shit. Salute to Canada.
yeah, salute to Canada. But I think you talking about minority owner. Or you talking about actual owner of the team, like Steve Ballmer.
No, I'm talking about when I was speaking. I was basically speaking of my owner. They have a stake in it, you know. So yeah, it's they don't have the bigger percentage of ownership, but nevertheless they consider part owner.
Yeah, but we always had those. Hell, they get them away sometimes, man. Them people don't even pay no money in that, just so
If
they can
somebody
be like a
says
brand
one of the
ambassador.
Kings is minority, what's the Kings owner?
Shaq. I think he sold his stake though. He talking about Shaq. He probably forgot Shaq. But I think he sold his stake in the
Wait,
Kings.
and then that's great. Why the fuck would Shaq go into ownership with the Kings?
Shit,
That's probably all he can get in on. That's probably all
probably
they let him
what
get.
was open. Shit.
Yeah.
See, that's cold. That's crazy.
Well, all them shit. Every teams ain't for sale like that. Shit. Most of the time they make them sell them teams. The
But
owner
like
do something
but
stupid.
you don't even see this shit as the NBA talks about this expansion shit. You think they don't like you even got an issue with the NBA and black motherfuckers getting not even I can't even say the coach's job because it's black coaches. But the fact that you have all these fucking players who accumulated wealth looking to buy teams and they still struggle to even go into ownership, like to go in the majority side of ownership.
Well, I know
And
LeBron
the
gonna be
NFL
part of the Vegas group.
Right.
Yeah, but how big of his stake? Are you gonna have to play on some smaller percentage shit?
He probably had the same stake Magic Johnson had.
Yeah, exactly. And
For the
that shit
Lakers.
is strong.
Yeah, he's not gonna be like Michael
They had
Jordan.
a Russian nigga owning the team. There been a fucking Indian nigga on the team. That's why I would never rock with no motherfucking team. I like players. I'm always stay that. That's just my way of liking sports. You'll never see me rock with a team. Next year I might not fuck with the Spurs. Like,
Well, I like my team. 40 years and 40 more, unless they move. But I don't see that.
Clippers been around 40 years. Clippers been around 40 years. This.
Yep, Clippers came to LA the same year I did.
Damn, I ain't know it been long that long.
Clippers been around longer than 40 years, I believe.
42. It's gonna be 40. Like I said, they've been there since I did.
You talking about in LA?
What they was called something else?
In
They was
LA,
called something else before the Clippers.
there was
They
San
was on-
Diego and there was the Buffalo Braves.
Right, yep. They had
You probably got a another window open, Jashawn. That's probably why you're getting that background. Probably take that other window.
Or he close to a speaker getting the feedback.
What's the thing the fucking
Yeah, you probably got to go and stream it out. Take that echo crap off. It's an echo button. You got to uncheck that shit.
Yes, that's
this
probably
nigga broadcasted from a cistern. This nigga inside, did he fall inside a well or something? What's up, this nigga, man?
Nah, I took the echo cancellation.
Yeah, you clean now.
All right. Oh yeah, I'm clean.
No, it's good when he talks, but when somebody else talks, it's feedback.
Oh, it's not when he talking. Somebody else talking. I got you.
Facts, Kenny Porter right hand. This nigga was not a fan of the Bobcats.
No. I didn't know I was in. I thought I was off mute. I wasn't a fan of them, but I wanted the Charlotte Bobcats to do something. But I knew they wasn't. But I rock with wanting to see Bob Johnson do his thing.
Yeah, I was good about it.
And they knew they fucked him over by selling him a whack ass fucking team.
That was an expansion team. He was the reason they went there. They put that team there.
Man, that team wasn't gonna do shit like that team still ain't done. They won't let him go into a major market. None of that shit.
Charlotte is a major market. What are you talking about?
Man, no.
Especially for basketball.
Do you?
Oh yeah. You're talking about with college and shit.
Do you? No, not just college. They are North Carolina basketball state. That's a basketball. They don't give a fuck about no Panthers. That's a basketball state. They got like 10 universities, bro. They got so many pros.
What's that team now? They ain't the Bobcat. What's that team?
The Hornets.
They went back to the Hornets.
Yeah, because they left. Because they was in New Orleans. They ended up moving to New Orleans, and then They
with
gave
Muzzy, Muzzy, who was that play with? The Muzzy Bowles, where was they at?
they was in Charlotte. Him and Alonzo
Larry
Mourning.
Johnson's. Yeah, you talking about
Yeah.
Larry Johnson and all
Yeah,
them
so
guys.
what you talking about? So what happened? So where did the Bobcats come from? Ain't that team?
They was an expansion team.
See, I don't know.
And then they
Yeah,
give,
they
then they
came
give him
in
back
with
that
the
name.
Orlando Magic.
The original Hornets moved to New Orleans. So when the Bobcats became an expansion team, they ended up taking on the name, and then the Hornets ended up changing it, going back to the Hornet name, and then the Pelicans took on that name.
This is still the Charlotte Hornets and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck out here, man.
I mean, Jordan only got that team. If Bob Johnson wouldn't have had a divorce, Jordan wouldn't have got that team.
Yeah, the Hornets left because the market was fucked up. They went to New Orleans. Like, come on, bro.
Nah, they
And
gave
then they dogged Jordan out the whole time he was there.
You ain't giving that nigga that team. That's why the nigga wasn't there long.
Well, nah, Bob Johnson got in that divorce. Remember, Bob Johnson got in that big public divorce, and he had to sell off assets, and that's how Jordan ended up getting that ownership in the team. And they didn't want to let him get it until he played basketball. With that, that's how that whole thing happened. If that wouldn't, those sequence of events wouldn't have happened, Jordan would have never got ownership in any of that shit. And when he got ownership, they like he was the worst owner ever.
He was
He
trying
was
to get the
ownership
Wizards.
with the Wizards.
No. Like Deuce was saying,
Yeah, he was trying to get the Wizards.
He
But he didn't
played.
get the
That's why
Wizards. He got Bob Johnson because he going through that divorce.
Jordan
he
was the
came back.
original
No,
nigga
the
talking about
Wizards didn't want to give him no
Hey.
ownership. He played. That's the reason why he came back to play, is because he wanted to stay in Washington. They wasn't trying to give him that. That's why he ended up coming
Nah,
back.
they
and
get to
playing
him.
later. That's why he ended up getting.
And what was their reason for not letting him get the team?
You said what?
What was their reason for not letting him get into Washington?
I have no idea. I never really looked into it like that.
Well, remember,
Right.
Bob Johnson, he could actually get the full control. I think the other shit was like minority stake, but he didn't want that shit. He wanted actual ownership. That's probably the only place he can actually get some real ownership. That's how he ended up with. And they kept acting like he was the worst owner ever, but the man was the owner, which I thought was fucking crazy. With all them sorry ass owners, I never understood that shit. Players was buying into that stuff. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, now they ought to let one of these former athletes who done well financially become a major owner of a fucking team, and especially as they go through this expansion shit, they ought to open the doors. LeBron and them ought to be able. If LeBron is the one look for a team, Jordan, they ought to be able to go in there and be like 55 or above with control of the damn team, like rather than a bunch of tech motherfuckers and all this other shit going in the league.
Like Walmart or Nintendo.
Yeah, like all these type of motherfuckers buying into the fucking league. Like that's why man, come on, that shit pisses me off, man.
Because they were saying that that's who started all that Diddy shit. Because when Diddy and Steph Curry tried to buy the Hornets, when they made the owners sell the team, they turned them niggas down. They had a group with Diddy and Steph Curry. And then they're like going through their shit and all this and all that and turned them niggas down. And they said that when they started discovering all the shit that was going on with Diddy, you know what I mean? That's one of the things that are out there in the Etherverse, that they started the shit about Diddy.
Yeah, that's some cold shit if that's the case.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying, bro. Like they're like Steph Curry and Diddy had the money, they had all this shit. They was calling that racism shit. And then once them niggas started calling shit out, they you know what I mean? You know, who knows? Who knows what happened?
Well, I don't know. I know the problem they have now is that the teams are valued at such a crazy money that now it's hard for individuals to buy them teams. Mostly it's groups. Because it's a group that bought the Lakers, right? It wasn't an individual. It's like some group that bought the Lakers from kids, right?
Yeah.
It's a crazy amount of money they got to pay for these teams now. It ain't no little bit of money.
But see, that's the problem when they start allowing the tech world inside of shit. The tech world fucks the value in a lot of shit. It's just overvalued and overplacement on the value of shit. I don't care if you go into a city that it brought some tech shit. The value of shit skyrockets with no fucking reasonable cause for that shit. And then here you got these dudes that have brought teams for $10 million and now they can sell them for X amount of billions. Like, that shit is wild.
That's what happened with us. That nigga bought the Clippers for 14 million and sold it for 2 billion.
Yeah, that shit wild.
Nah, they made that nigga sell. He had no choice. He got forced to sell.
Shit, but that for sale, he made out like
He
a
made a
fat
lot of
one.
money off of it. Yeah, he made a lot of money off of it, but they forced that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But remember,
That nigga-
the problem with him was, remember, he was the owner at the time that Jordan was the owner. They kept acting like Jordan was the worst owner ever. I just couldn't understand the shit, bro. Like, you had him, the Washington Bullets, or whatever the fuck they was called. They was fucking horrible. Like, and they kept acting like Jordan. Sometimes the media, with some of the bullshit, the narratives they be pushing when it comes to sports, because it's easy for them to do it for sports, because people just believe the shit. Like they have sayings like what they call it, padding the stats. Like they say people padding the stats, getting triple doubles when motherfuckers ain't really getting triple doubles. Like everybody just running around getting triple doubles. Some of the shit they say is idiotic. You gotta actually use your eyeballs, see what these people talking about.
with everything.
Yeah, but I think it really is some racist shit. That chick, Marion Croak, she should have a team. Now she a big tech giant.
Who?
Marion Croak.
Who's that?
And no, should have
Like-
no motherfucking name Croak have no fucking NBA team. That shit needs to go to people who have committed themselves to the world of sports, that have a vested interest in sports, that want to bring about the purity of sports, that should be allowed to buy into it, have a commissioner to make sure everything is everything, and it's simple as that. Like, you gotta get these tech ass people the fuck out of here. Stop allowing the media to have so much of an opinion and control of this shit, and get it back to where it needs to be. But the ownership needs to start looking how the rest of this country look, and the way that the world of basketball looks. Like, it's so crazy. Foreigners are being able to find their ways into the ownership world in professional sports in America.
But Red, just so you know, Marion Croak is a black chick.
Oh, where the
It
fuck
don't
she
matter,
get
bro.
a
They-
name Croak from? But still, I even with her being black, who the fuck is she?
Yeah, they need to let some of the players get in, bro. I think that's crazy that they wouldn't want
No, I
the
agree
players
with
to push
that.
the. Yeah, that's kind of
The
nuts.
former players have a longer lineage with it, indefinitely. They played the game, so they have a lifelong
I
investment.
think the players want to be more VPs and GMs. They do want to do owners. I don't think a lot of people want that headache.
Now, some of them have wanted to go into that shit. I think
Some of them don't
LeBron
wanna
is
do it.
the guy want to go in that shit. Magic should definitely be a motherfucker to go into a higher percentage of what he owns in teams and shit like
But
that.
Magic said, "Fuck this basketball. I'm going to football and baseball where the real money at." That
No,
nigga
they
said,
let him
"Fuck
in.
this football."
Yeah, they let them in. Yeah, they let them right in over there. That's the difference.
Yep.
They let them right in without all the bullshit. Because think about it, Rob Pelinka, who was the agent, could get to be a GM with no pressure. Like, why these other dudes that are former players that are great minds in that shit? Why they not in that shit? Like
Rob
some of the shit they
Pelinka
do. Some of
been
these,
willing and dealing.
Nah,
I mean,
being a GM is different from you talking about ownership, but being a GM, that's two different things.
both. I mean, both. I'm talking about positions and
It's a lot
ownership.
of
Really,
it's a lot
ownership.
of dudes.
Ownership
You
really.
got
Primarily, you need the owner to do the other shit.
What's the name said? No, a group didn't buy the Lakers. Who brought the Lakers? A individual?
Oh, it wasn't a group.
That's what
It
DJ
was
said.
some kind of foreign group.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
a
look,
group.
that's the shit I'm talking about. Then don't tell me
It's
that.
$2 billion. Yeah,
Don't
$2
tell me
billion.
no.
No, I think
So
it
the
was
Lakers
$7 billion.
10 billion.
So the
Yeah,
Lakers
10
owned by
billion.
some
10 billion.
fucking. The Lakers owned by some fucking foreigners.
Yeah, that's
It's
where
a
they brought
group.
Luke in.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's a
fucking-
group. Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's a group, bro.
And the problem they've been having problems for years, bro.
And that's why it goes more and more of the reason why I got my stance about not liking no fucking teams. Now, I'm trying to find this shit out where he brought the Lakers. Some fucking
I don't give a
foreigners.
fuck about who the owner is of the team.
Owner
I
don't
never
got
have
nothing
and
to
never
do with
will
it.
be.
It was about a year ago. I don't even think it's been a whole year yet. I think the summertime will make it 1 year.
Yeah, it ain't been that long. I mean, but the team such like when Jerry Jones finally sell if Jerry Jones passed or whatever happened and they finally sell the Cowboys, it's gonna be a group. They're gonna sell that team for such a crazy amount, it's gonna make your head pop. It's gonna have to be some tech people.
That team
Jerry
gonna
Jones-
stay
that kind of
family
money.
for 100 years. The
Yeah,
Cowboys
Jerry
fan.
Jones will come out of his grave, nigga, if niggas sell that motherfucking team.
Kids. Yeah, but the
Hey.
same thing could be said for the Lakers. The Lakers daddy. What's the guy name?
Yeah, he
That was his
probably
baby.
is. That's why they having so
Hey,
much fucking
yeah.
problems.
Hey,
But
check
no,
it. Look.
that family, the Bus family was so cavalier with shit. I don't think they took pride like that, like Jerry Jones.
Yeah, like his dad
No,
did.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
look.
that the bus.
Hey, the Lakers ownership is Mark Walter, Jeannie Buss. So where the group at?
That you talking about the old? Not you talking about right now? Or you
Who's the
talking about they
majority?
used to own it?
The majority owner is Mark Walter.
Let me look it
Who
up.
was he? Where's he represented from?
Where's he represented from?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Who
What
is
that
he?
mean?
Who is he? What does he
He a
do?
businessman.
Oh, a businessman. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
What do he own?
Everybody in these leagues, he owns a Sparks too. Damn, what's
Okay.
that? The reverb is crazy. But he owns a bunch of stuff, and he didn't get in that easy either because he tried to buy the Clippers. He tried to come in with a group and buy the Clippers. Then he bought a piece of the Staples Center, and he kind of like got in through that. But he had been trying to buy a team and shit. But all of these owners is business people. They're not former players and shit. It's people with money. And niggas, not even niggas, but just players don't be having money like that. They spend their money and they make just basic salaries. Even it look like a lot to us, but they not making billions a year. They might make $1 billion in a couple years, but these teams is not cheap. Even the dude that owned the Lakers, he didn't buy the whole entire team for $10 billion. So he didn't spend $10 billion. He bought a majority
part of a
stake
group.
at the $10 billion valuation.
Did he cut off? I guess so.
I think so. But he part of a group though. It's not one person. That dude that he talking about is part of a group. And the group owns 76%.
Businessman.
What group is he a part of?
Business.
Let me look up the name of the group. Because it says him and it's got another
What group
person
is he
listed.
part of?
He'll have to be a part of something. Talking about I do business.
I see one dude who's a fucking what's his name? Ed Roski. He was dealing with something with ownership in the Kings.
That's
Deshaun, you gotta go on
somebody
mute. You gotta go on mute. That's Deshaun audio. He was a majority owner of the the Los Angeles Arena Company. Like, yeah, these fools part of big time business groups and shit.
He's a businessman. Like, what is business?
Exactly,
This
he's a
ain't
businessman.
All right, Tommy.
That group
Where
we're talking
you work
about,
at?
it's another guy on there, and they own part of the Dodgers too, and a couple other teams. So it's they own. Let me see what the name of the group is. What's the name of the group?
Talk about a nigga got $10 billion to spend on the team. Yeah, man. He got it in the 20s. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, this old nigga connected, man.
Tommy from Ghost. What that shit called?
He bought.
And then there's some Chinese nigga in that shit.
Hey, y'all see that shit about
On the
fucking
Lakers.
Rock Nation?
Yeah, on the Lakers, but we talking about the group
Yeah.
when they just did that sale. He did it by himself. He's not a part. He didn't do that with no group. He tried
Nah,
to do the group
They
shit.
got multiple. They got multiple owners.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
it's
got
called the
multiple
Walter.
owners.
Yeah,
Listen to
no,
me.
it's called the Walter. It's called the Walter Bowley Board Group. I put it in the back of the chat. It's not just him,
Man,
bro. His
look
name
at this
started.
shit.
He got the first name. His name is Walter. The name of the group is Walter Bower. He's listed on there, but he's not the only person in that group. And they own the Dodgers and some other teams too.
What the fuck is a South African American?
He's from
My
Texas.
My brother.
I guess this passed for fucking minority ownership. What the
Yeah.
fuck? That got to be a typo.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
but how
don't
this
don't
motherfucker? Oh my god! Because he was born in South Africa. So man, you got to be shitting me.
An Asian born in South Africa.
This
You,
could
you
not
see,
be fucking
yeah,
right.
you see the name of the group. You see the name of the group in the back. That's that guy. He was
Nah, I
saying
don't
that
see
his
it.
first name. Yeah, his last name is the first name on the group. Walter Boer Group. It's two of them.
Then
That's the
this Asian
majority of
nigga
that group.
owns the Los Angeles Times as well. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. And then they call this Asian nigga is a South African American. Man, you gotta be fucking shitting me, homie. Boy, man, come on, man. I'll be on point with shit, man. That's why I don't rock with this shit. Man, y'all can have these fucking teams. I guess the nigga make the first black owner of the Lakers and shit.
Hey, but what about them soccer teams? Don't it be some black people start owning them?
Man, hell no.
Hell nah.
motherfucker,
Fuck
nah.
nah.
You think the fans throwing
Fuck
bananas
nah.
at African players now? Let a
Man,
nigga
you
own the
suck.
team. Shit.
Fuck nah. Hell nah. That's even worse. That's we really ain't in that shit. You think it's bad in other sports. Hell no, not that soccer shit. We got a better chance of getting in baseball in F1 than we do in fucking soccer.
I thought LeBron owned one of them soccer teams.
He do. What's in Patrick Mahomes too?
Right.
Didn't Kobe own one too? Or have money and some shit?
Oh, you got money in that.
Yeah,
But
and one of
depending on
them,
what
one
it
of them,
is.
I think one of them teams over in Italy. I don't know the name of it.
Yeah, but they got so many clubs that you can put your name on the club. But the major teams, they ain't in that shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can get a team in soccer. It ain't that complicated. But like the majors, they ain't in that shit. Soccer different though. Their whole dynamic is different. It ain't the same like our shit. It's not the same. They got what they call clubs. Remember that they had drug money in that shit back in the days where they murked that dude that missed the shot at the end because he didn't make the shot, he ended up killing his ass. Like
Shit,
because they had all
Saddam
that
was
drug
doing
money
shit
on
too.
that shit.
Oh, the Laker owner be making drugs and shit. This nigga is a South African American. Boy, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
He probably discovered that he probably financed that drug that cured Magic Johnson.
No.
Nah, he got
his
that from
side plug
Fauci.
on shit.
Ma, you know Fauci was his doctor back in the days, dude. So I'm surprised you didn't bring it up. You know Fauci was Michael what's his name doctor back in the day. You know that, right?
I didn't know that. I know he was involved in the AIDS shit. They say he was fucking niggas up with the HIV/AIDS study, but I didn't know he was his personal doctor.
Yeah, he was his doctor. I don't know in what capacity, but if you look it up, you'll see he's in there. He's his doctor. They never say list what kind of capacity Fauci is Magic's doctor, but Dr. Fauci was Magic Johnson doctor back in the days. Take it what you want.
Yeah, I ain't saying that nigga's giving that shit to people, but it is odd how that motherfucking disease just pops up and start ravaging a black nation and shit. Like other places don't be fucking and shit.
Well, I don't know, bro. Well, they said that it is you don't really get that shit from conventional intercourse.
That shit from going in that ass.
So take with that as you may.
Oh, so you saying Magic was doing that shit too? That's probably why
that's how they said it.
I wouldn't put that shit past him with his son being like that.
But remember, that's y'all. We all the same age. Y'all don't remember how that's what that rumor was. That's how it started. It was a gay disease, and then they kind of morphed into
straight people can get it. Y'all don't remember this shit? Remember that movie with Tom
No,
Hanks?
people with needles would get that shit. Drug
No,
addicts.
it was the gay shit because
Nah,
that
they
dude
was saying,
the Rock Hudson dude died from it. And he was
yeah,
he
they
came
was
up.
they was saying it was gay, and then they kind of morphed it. You
He
see, you know what I'm
was
talking
gay.
about, Asian man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You saying the same thing I'm saying, Asian man. That's how they originally said it.
Yeah.
When it originally came out, that was the original saying of it. They kind of changed it over
That
time. I
was the
know how
main cause
crazy.
of homophobia.
What's her name? What's her name? Arthur Ashe died from switching the
Blood.
IV in the blood, and it happened to him. It happened to this mob dude.
Yeah, he went for a blood transfusion, which is fucked up. How you gonna get this nigga affected blood and shit?
Yeah, that's
They would say that's what happened with
Hey,
Easy E. That's what happened with
hey,
Easy E. Dirty
the,
needles and shit.
the funny
Yeah, that's
part was that mob dude was racist. He didn't want no blood from a black person.
you talking. You know what I'm talking
He
about?
ended up getting it from a
What's his name,
bodybuilder.
nigga?
That
You talking about Greg
I
Scarpa,
can't,
whatever his name was? I think that's what.
yeah, that's what his name. Yeah, Greg Scott. He was a snitch and murderer. Like he did a bunch of wild shit.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Was it?
You said what?
I was like, was it him? Was it Greg Scarpa?
Yeah, he didn't want. Yeah, that was Greg Scarpa. He went to the hospital, and I believe you're right. He didn't want to get no blood from a black dude.
Yeah,
He ended up getting some contaminated blood
from a bodybuilder.
Yeah,
that was on steroids.
That was I believe it was HIV.
It's HIV positive.
Yeah. Ended up dying from it.
Yeah, but I think the thing Magic, I don't think has AIDS. I think he's always had HIV, and he's like staying in shape and shit. So I think that's what kept him alive. But I think Easy shit progressed to AIDS, and he had that bronchitis and shit.
No, that nigga Magic was getting that good shit from Fauci and them, bro. That nigga he had the fast track for all the experimental shit, bro.
And here you go with your Donald Trump
conspiracy ass shit. Like,
yeah.
Bro. So Dr. Fauci was his daughter. You can look it up. That's not made up. Look it up. Dr. Fauci was his daughter.
Now all of a sudden Fauci giving niggas AIDS. Like
he was part of the government program that was doing all the research for that shit.
And
they had all those experimental drugs and shit.
Out there living that wild swinger ass lifestyle, and the guy
he was in them hoes, man.
Bro, people was
Just
dying
like
left and right
love.
with that shit. Yeah, but people with HIV, it ain't like now where they could just take a pill and that shit subside. Back then, people was getting up out of here with that. They didn't have that full-blown AIDS back then to die.
Yeah, they did. HIV don't kill you. AIDS do.
Right.
Bro, people was dying with HIV back in the 90s, bro. You talking about right now.
It was transitioning at a higher rate back then in the early to mid 80s. You only had HIV for like 2 months. After that, you got full-blown AIDS. Now they got it where they could suppress it.
Yeah, it's not the same drugs.
And they were saying that Dr. Fauci was the one that was experimenting with niggas, and it was advancing that shit. How the same shit they did with the fucking COVID shit, and how niggas getting fucked up from them shots.
Yeah, because E.G. had a surgery.
Yep,
and that's probably what killed him.
But no, Easy probably was fucking with them bitches too.
He was. He did interviews saying he never used condoms.
Bro,
That's
but
nigga
you
had like 13
can't
kids.
get that shit like that, bro.
You
Unless
can if somebody got it.
But look,
somebody
dudes,
got it already.
This the thing out here, man. It's a lot of bitches, especially in that little wild Hollywood world, who fuck with homosexual ass dudes.
Man, they be fucking.
It's a lot of that shit. And motherfuckers cross-contaminate. And they be thinking they getting just these old pretty bitches that be down there. These bitches be letting all type of homo motherfuckers hit.
Shit, they out there. They lick the can too, though. They going.
I think y'all missing the point. They saying that you can't get that shit from regular intercourse, bro.
No, that's not what they said. It said it's less likely because
they're saying it's less likely.
Oh yeah.
The reason it is because when you go in a vagina, it's made for that. When you go in a back door, it causes rips and tears, and then you're exposed to blood from the rips and tears.
But I think if you the person that got it, you a host to that shit. That's just like, so if a motherfucker got that shit, he fucking bitches, you'll pass that shit.
Of course.
And it's no different if a bitch that you hit her, she gonna pass it.
But Reggie, you don't remember when that shit first came out that they were saying that there was a gay disease and that you could only get it Like
The
that
first
shit.
time,
Look,
the first time I
yeah,
heard
but-
of it was when Magic had. Who was it first, Magic or Easy? Whichever one
well,
of
he
them
was
had.
the most public person was Magic. But what I'm saying is like when it happened, it was like I remember seeing that shit evolve like COVID, where it went from thing to thing, where we kept getting more information and we kept changing our opinions on how you got it, what you got it. Even the hospitals didn't know how to deal. It's the same shit. Like
That's
nobody
before
knew.
that's before their time, man. They don't know because I said Rock Hudson, and if they was back there then, they would have knew because
They
Rock
know.
Hudson was a big
See,
Hollywood.
Asian Math know. Yeah,
Yeah,
Asian
I
Math. See,
know.
what I'm telling you is that, like, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What I'm telling you is that I saw the evolution of that shit. It started off with people saying that was a gay disease, and like
Right.
Asian Math said, it became like a bunch of homophobia because people was like, only the gay people don't getting it, so they assumed that anybody was getting it, they had to be gay. Then it kind of evolved into people
That's
with
what it
needles, people with
was.
doing drugs. Yeah, then it evolved into the needle thing. Like it kind of it evolved. People didn't know what the fuck was going on with that shit. And then it kept evolving into different things. But it never really hit the straight people like that.
It was coming out that community, bro. That's exactly where that shit come from.
Yeah, but it's also a blood-borne pathogen.
Yeah,
Disease,
and
like
a
it
lot of them
attacks your
niggas be
blood.
doing drugs. They used to stick each other with
Yeah,
the
so
way
needles they was doing. They was
sharing
doing the
that shit.
heroin and shit. They was, you know what I mean? That's the heroin days and shit.
That's
So
why they pass out needles now. Fucking the drug addicts and shit.
yeah,
To
Bro,
avoid-
they had that movie, what was it called? The Philadelphia with Denzel. That's where that movie born out of that shit. That was the Philadelphia Experiment or whatever the fuck that shit was called. That movie, that's where that shit was born out of to decrease all that what was going on with it. But people didn't know, and it was assumed to be a homosexual disease.
Yeah. That was the big headline there. Like, it was almost like you couldn't get it unless you was gay during that time for like a 2-3 year span. Then, like you say, you know, when the drug epidemic blew up, and they said, oh yeah, you could get it from dirty needles and all that shit. Yeah, it was labeled a gay disease at first. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it kind of evolved. But I mean, I know Fauci Fauci had his hands, and they had a lot of experiment. They had a lot of people at the clinics and stuff. That anybody who knew up in the hood that was going to not forget Fauci, but at the clinics they was passing out pills and stuff for people to take, and a lot of that stuff people were signing off on that stuff. So in the early stages, people didn't necessarily know what they was taking. But if you went to your clinic, people who had that stuff, they was taking stuff. They was taking cocktails and stuff, and they didn't know what the fuck they was actually taking. So they was experimenting with a lot of stuff. I seen the evolution of all this shit from what they said, the ways you can get it to how they treat it, all of that. Even people not being scared of it now. That they ain't even scared of people having it now because they can keep it down. People that was like, man, don't kiss me, don't touch me, just get away from me. They had a whole other ward in the hospital for those folks. Like they didn't know. I'm telling you, it came off like COVID. People didn't know what the fuck to do with that shit.
Yeah, that's why the NBA players, they didn't want to play with Magic. That's why they retired early, because they didn't know if they was gonna get it just from that nigga sweating on them and shit.
You remember when that nigga I think he got cut, them niggas start running off the court and shit.
They shut down the whole game, I think, didn't they?
They paused that shit. The doctor came out and had to, because everybody's ignorant of that shit. I think when they playing Isaiah Thomas or somebody, them niggas ran off the court. Like, I don't blame them. Shit, you don't know what this shit is, and that nigga's still alive, which is crazy and shit.
Oh, yeah. He only had that H, that I, and that V. He didn't let it get to that age, so it was good. But they say that nigga be up like 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning running around like Beverly Hills and shit, just jogging and shit. Still would be up at what's it called? UCLA hooping and shit.
Yeah, he got to keep his immune system real active because he still needs his immune system to fight it off.
Hey, keep it real though. You think he still got hoes?
Yeah, of course he got some.
Yeah, money.
Yeah,
That
all
nigga
that money he
billionaire.
got. Yeah, all that money he got. Bro, if chicks will get in the plane and fly to Dubai and let somebody doo-doo on them, you know doggone well they messing with Magic, man.
Yeah.
Well, he might be like, you know what? I'm gonna be faithful now. I ain't gonna have these hoes.
Man, Cookie probably getting fucked too. They all doing that shit.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
That's how it's spread.
His damn son bringing the best bitches around there. You know the pretty bitches flock to them gay motherfuckers and shit. He probably bringing some bitches around. All the cheerleaders.
Magic probably ain't hang around nothing that hang around his son.
I hope Magic ain't listening to this.
Man, he don't get Magic hear this shit all the time. Them NBA niggas be talking about that shit.
They got to be, bro. And LA,
Remember
what kind of crazy
Carmelo?
parties they probably was part of.
Carmelo was West Side tripping on. They like, man, I ain't trying to play with that nigga. My daddy said. Anyway, my daddy said, you get that shit, you be all fucked up, and I ain't trying to be fucked up.
That nigga Carmelo.
In the back of their mind, they was probably thinking this nigga Magic a homo, man. Like,
exactly. They should say that shit about that nigga, homie. Magic be out
But
at
Karl Malone,
parties.
the nigga that got it. Ain't Karl Malone the nigga got a baby from like a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, or some crazy shit?
Probably,
13.
he probably didn't know that shit or something.
Nah, he knew, man. That girl was 13 to 14 or some shit. It wasn't even close, bro. It wasn't no.
Because how old was he?
That nigga was like
He was in
20
college or something. Yeah, I think he was in last college or some
He
shit.
was like
20
What's the story behind that shit? I hate to think that nigga is that type of dude.
Nah, he is,
But back
bro.
then it was different too, though.
Yeah, that kid play a professional sport too now, though, bro.
Yeah, but the son got a whole story behind it. Like he didn't know his dad, and yeah, they got a whole like you look in the background of that shit. It's real crazy with Karl
But
Malone.
all the women you ever met, count on your hand how many you asked for ID.
Shit, barely none. You have to look at him. The bitch look young, be like,
14-year-old though, you gonna know a 14-year-old, bro. Stop it. Ain't that many 14-year-olds sneaking past you, bro.
No,
It's a rare exception.
You gonna know 14-year-old.
You go into the South, there are girls who are stupid ass developed. Like
Bro,
I went
I
to
don't care how developed she is.
Bro, all you gotta do is look in the face, bro. What are you talking about?
No,
You
look,
talk to
no, peep this. When I was in
you can see somebody's
Georgia,
face, no matter how developed they is.
no, look, I went to the homie town in Georgia. This
All right.
dude in his town went to prison for whatever that shit, molestation or some shit. The girl, hold on, Deshaun, you gotta go on mute when you're talking. The girl who got this nigga put in jail was a fucking, what was that girl? 13, 14. This girl was developed like a grown ass woman. This girl got big ass breasts, ass. Her parents let her walk around like this, all that shit. And this dude was up there fucking with her. But the problem with the dude is he knew this girl. So he knew how young she was. But that girl go outside that town and shit, she'll pull that shit on dudes. So I'll be wondering, like, did Karl Malone do that shit? Because even like with Lawrence Taylor's situation, you had the same shit happen to Lawrence Taylor. He didn't know that.
Different though. Yeah, but that was different.
That's the same thing with Karl Malone.
And let me say this real quick too. And niggas want to act like that's a big thing, but like not fuck with young, like that's a 2000 thing, nigga. Every since before 2000s,
they was doing that
fucking
shit
with kids all the fucking time.
Left and right, niggas was pulling up to the high school.
Schools,
Nigga, get your own bitches, nigga. Why y'all taking other
nigga,
bitches?
that's a 2000s thing.
Yeah, like that shit was new. Like back then, that shit was like whatever. But like I remember the
motherfucker.
Remember that this nigga Simple, the nigga got he caught a case like that because the girl had a fake ID that said she was 19.
Say the name. Your shit broke up. You didn't say the name.
Oh, Sinful. The homie Sinful. He died a while back. He used to be on YouTube. He was a pimp. But yeah, he went to prison. Well, he went to prison for pimping, but they tried to get him with the minor shit, but she had an ID that said she was 19. They even took her to jail. She sat in jail for like a week with the adults because even the police thought she was 19.
Yeah, because it'd be a lot of girls that's like would develop like a motherfucker. That's even like I'm saying with the Lawrence Taylor shit. You never seen a girl, but even when I was in junior high, it's be the homegirl. This girl was like fast developed, nigga. But it'd be the dudes. Them dudes was pedophiles. They said, nigga, this one I'm in Henry Clay, so we like in the 7th grade. Her and another girl. These girls breasts developed, ass developed. They sneaking out of fucking school, and then when they get out, ain't nobody gonna know they junior high girls. Like, so you see that shit. That's why it's important for like parents to watch their kids. But niggas can get caught up in that shit, fucking with certain girls. Every girl don't look like a little girl.
I feel like now
them niggas was coming to pick up them girls. Like from the two,
Oh,
like
them niggas who
mid
pick them
2000.
up, yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's a
know
bunch
that
of them niggas. Yeah, it's a bunch of them niggas that was picking. There's two sides. Them young girls was trying to get at them older dudes because they had things and they wanted shit, and them old niggas was fucking with them young ass girls and they knew what it was. And there's a batch of
Exactly.
people who had no clue. But I think it was more of them coming by the high school, picking up them girls, doing that bullshit. Everybody knew who they was. And it was a whole realm of people. It wasn't just hood dudes. It was pastors. It was counselors. It was
Everybody.
PE
Yeah, but
teachers.
see,
It was all kind of fucking people doing that shit back
yeah,
then. That
y'all,
shit just slowed
yeah,
down a lot.
but yeah, y'all talking about them people that were predatory dudes, but y'all bringing up the shit with Karl Malone. I'm
Yeah.
asking, was he going to a high school or was this girl going on campus?
No, he
That's
was
the
20
other
something
thing.
years
I don't
old.
think we know.
He was 20 something years old.
No,
Yeah,
it
he's
ain't
20
about
something years
20
old.
something years old. Where did he find this girl? Because it's the other thing. You get some of these girls who are going to fucking 21 and older clubs and are minors.
Yeah. Hey, you heard that story in Texas about South Park Mexican? He got a girl pregnant in the strip club. And
No, he
supposedly
was
she was
no,
15.
that's not what happened. He did some
Yeah, that's what I
pedophile
said. I
shit.
said supposedly that's just what I heard. So I don't know what
No,
really
his
happened.
shit was he had his daughter's friend spend the night over. He did that shit. I don't even know how he out of jail.
I ain't never. Nah, he not even out of jail, ain't he? He's still locked up.
No,
I
I
never
think that
heard
I
that
mean
though. I
they
always heard it
celebrate
was the
this
strip
shit.
club.
No, it was at his house.
So how the fuck that's two totally different things. How that shit even morph into a broad at the strip club? Because
I have
somebody did an
no idea.
interview and they said that shit in the interview and multiple interviews. They was like, and that's why they was kind of like, should he really even be in there because the girl was working in the strip club? So shouldn't be the strip club be at fault or something like
No,
that?
I think it was
No,
his
no. It's the same thing. It's the same girl. She was a little stripper bitch and shit, and he was fucking with, and she was his daughter's friend. It's the same thing. His ass
Because
knew that's a little fucking girl.
I
And
thought he was in another state. He was on tour or something.
no. He knew
nah, he
this.
can't.
Oh, he knew the
Yeah,
girl?
His daughter's
he knew the girl,
I
and he
never
kept
heard
doing,
that,
and he kept
but I
doing
never
the
looked
shit.
into it. Yeah, I didn't know. I
Yeah,
didn't look into it like that. I
yeah,
just always heard
he
it.
kept doing the shit.
But
And she was a little hoe too.
I also think that it's a lot of selective outrage too, because it's like if you like the person, we gonna let them type of shit slide or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then you choose one person like R. Kelly, and he get, you know what I mean? He in jail and shit because of a documentary. But then I can go down the list and name all these people that got rape cases, underage girl cases. Nipsey had a case like that with an underage girl. Mike Tyson had a rape case. Tupac had a rape case.
Jay-Z, Biggie.
I can go down the list. Yeah, so it's like, at what point is it like, okay, we don't support this motherfucker no more? Fuck, because everybody like, fuck all R. Kelly music, don't play it on the radio. But then you play all Tupac music, and he was convicted. You know what I'm saying?
But
Tupac
no,
shit
that
was different.
Tupac shit
Tupac
was
was some
bullshit.
bullshit.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, you
bullshit.
gotta know the case. Yeah, that case was bullshit.
No, we
The
all
same
know
thing
the
with the Mike
case.
Tyson case.
We
The case
all
was
know the case,
bullshit.
but they was convicted. So how do you know
Nah,
all the cases of every single person's case?
we
Do
know
you know
that
every
case. We
single
know that
details?
case. No, we
Now
know
you know when
Tupac
it's
case
like
was
some
bullshit.
technicality shit and some fuck shit. Like that nigga
Yeah.
ain't do
I
that
was
shit.
just saying it, like I said, it's selective outrage because the way we take it is anybody with that type of shit on their name, we don't fuck with them and they get their head bust. If they go to the county jail and go GP, that you supposed to stab the nigga because
Nah,
he got a case like that. He
if
got some
you doing
papers,
some
Nah.
even
South
if it's on
Park
this
Mexican
paperwork.
shit, you doing South Park Mexican shit, then yeah. Them other
Yeah.
niggas shit is
Them
questionable.
other niggas give him a pass.
Them bitches,
Yeah.
it ain't no pass. It's about you deal with some bitches that are liar ass bitches that get niggas caught up because some shit didn't go their way. They didn't get
I
broke
agree.
over the way they thought. Some of these bitches want to get pregnant by these niggas and they'll claim they took it. Or they be thinking they gonna just have it with this fool and the fool let his homies run the train on her. Now she feel like a hoe after. Like no, that shit don't compare. But you doing shit like South Park Mexican, yeah, that's some shit. But me,
Yeah,
I
definitely some shit.
can't. What y'all was bringing up about Karl Malone, I can't see him out here going to high school.
Shit, Josh Giddey.
Well, it say
Bruh.
I'm reading the story. I had to post it real. It say that he was 20 and she was 13. She got pregnant. Not even 14.
He was who?
So, he was 20 years old at Louisiana Tech University, and she was 13 years old.
What was he
And
meeting her at?
I'm trying to read it. I'm just telling you the age. That was the age gap. Like the details of the story I'm gonna post it in the back, but I don't even know if this is true. It's on Yahoo News, so I
Yeah,
don't know
because
how
I'll
much
be
it is.
for him not to be in jail. I'll be wondering like what it is, and
They
then it'd be
never
like,
pressed.
it'd be like, where the fuck
Paper.
are the parents at? Like, I don't understand. Like, you
Yeah,
see motherfuckers
But it,
talking about going to grown adult clubs, and they young. Like, how the fuck are you getting out the fucking house?
but they never press charges on, which is weird. That's another part. And most of those cases, even if the family don't want to press it, the DA and them pick that shit up. So nobody pressed charges on him at all. He never got any charges on him.
Yeah, she probably pulled.
Not in them days.
He put that paper
Not,
out there.
This
hell
was
yeah.
80.
Yeah,
What
or
year?
she
I think it was in
like,
the 80s.
it could be like
This
I
was the
said, it
80s.
could be a thing she didn't look her age, and she was able to pull that shit on young, like grown dudes and shit.
I don't know. 13, that's a stretch, bro.
No,
13, that's a lot.
I don't know where the fuck you from, but there are people who fucking develop very fast.
No, I'm not
That
talking about
nigga
what they
said you
look
from
like,
Every,
Reg.
every person
Reg,
because they 13 or some shit don't look. I had a homeboy.
Reg,
Let me
I
say
know
this.
13.
I
Listen,
had a
I had a
homie.
bunch. Go ahead.
Let me say this. I had a homie who was 15 who used to check niggas out of school. I'm coming to get my niece. I look in the fucking office like, what the fuck? Like, but then I see what this nigga talking about. He talking about checking, like they think he grown. Nigga, facial hair and all that shit grow. Like, even when I drop my kids off, you see dudes who look like they grown. My kids are like, oh, they go here. It's like everybody can develop at different rates and shit. But it's on
Reg,
if you got a child that young, you need to fucking watch this child. You get dudes out here pimping kids like that and be knowing this. And just like that
So
same
some of
shit
these kids
happened
be in
on
foster
Facebook.
homes and shit.
Well, no, I mean, what I'm saying is, look, this is what I'm saying. I had 3 girls, so I know girls can come all different development size. What I'm saying is, when you talk to them kids, there's no question that that's a kid. Like, I don't give a shit what she look like. When you talk to her, you know that's a child.
Shit,
And that's
sometimes it ain't no fucking talking. Nigga shit, nigga, bitch, nigga, bitches and stuff.
What you did all day?
Hey, look, this nigga
No.
preacher.
Okay, cool. When you talk to the chick and you ask her what she did all day, what's she gonna tell you at 13?
Man, hey, man,
Why you
you know,
asking
sometimes
bitches what they
you know
did
what,
all day? Nigga, I'm about 30. Nigga, I asked no bitch what she did.
it be sometimes you open the fucking door and you get right to it, nigga. It ain't no fucking
At
talking.
20,
Nigga, for real, bro.
And especially at 20, it's 20-year-olds whose mind is just on fucking. Like, what are you talking about?
That nigga
Bro.
said at 20, he was on that phone, nigga. He was putting in that work. You had a 90-day rule, Pittsburgh?
You buying
Nah,
roses
bro.
for a hoe and shit. Like,
He
he
said
said,
you
Nah,
ain't hit
bro.
that pussy till 90 days. But niggas
Nah,
be
at
acting like
20,
that. Niggas
at
be
20,
acting like they
no. At
checking
20 out of college,
IDs
I'm not
and
leaving. No,
everything.
I'm not leaving the college to go mess with no chick at. She was a neighborhood chick at wherever he lived at. That's what they saying. But I wasn't leaving no damn college to be
Here's
fucking
my
with no
thing.
chick.
She probably was coming to the campus. That's the same shit that nigga Jordan Farmer talked about. They come on campus. And my thing is, where the fuck are the parents? You get these motherfuckers will show up to campus fucking with young adults. Just how a lot of these dudes get caught up. Some of them you can look, but some of them, like I said, are developed. You get some people that develop at different rates and shit. A 20-year-old motherfucker is a young person.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thing, Jill, I don't think he was in there doing like you see the predatory dude, knowing he driving by high school, looking for a young girl. That's a predatory motherfucker. But if you on campus in some underage, even in the army, matter of fact, I forget this, even in the army, you had underage bitches going to these fucking barracks on base, fucking with motherfuckers.
Man, I know
And a
so
lot
many
of
people.
runaway bitches, group home bitches, all that shit.
There's so many people that was underage in the military that I done heard stories like, yeah, I was 17 and I lied and told them I was 18 so I could get in. But how the fuck that even work?
Right. I thought you needed birth
You can go in. I went in at 17. You can get that delayed entry.
Yeah, you can go at 17. They let you legally in at 17. They call it delayed entry. They just wait. So what you do is you fill out all the paperwork and all the stuff, but you legally can't hit till you get in there to 18. They're not gonna let you go in till you get 18.
No, I
But
was
you just
17
set to
when
go.
I was in there. I turned 18.
Set to go.
Yeah, I
you-
turned 18 in there.
Oh, you turn 18. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
it's
went in.
legal. Like you can. It's legal. It's a legal process. But you're not gonna get nobody faking no paperwork. That ain't gonna happen in there. 'Cause you got to provide so much documentation and tests that you're not gonna sneak in the military like that. That ain't happening.
I thought you couldn't start till like 17. I mean 18. And I heard people saying they was in there at 17 and shit. People, all kind of shit. The
Yeah,
dude
I mean
Billy Wall.
they got different programs to get in there,
Man,
but it's all legal stuff. You
I'm
gotta fill
waiting
out
for
your
y'all
paperwork.
niggas. I'm waiting for y'all niggas to talk about this nigga Jay-Z leading his people into a burning building with his monopoly and fucking Live Nation and shit. Let's cook on that.
Well, set it up. Let me know, Deuce. I don't know what's going on. Explain it to me. Let the people
I
know.
didn't see the exact particulars, but I know they're bringing up a class
Lawsuit.
action lawsuit versus Live Nation because they over here cooking the books and making sure niggas don't eat and starving motherfuckers out and shit who ain't really getting down with that program.
It's a monopoly.
Yeah,
Straight up
just
They locked up
monopoly.
bullshit.
Kanye.
They
Yeah, they
own
locked Kanye yesterday.
all the concert venues and shit. You can't do no business really if you ain't tapped in with them or you don't fuck with them.
They want they cut.
They've been sued a couple times, but most of the time
No,
people
they
just
want they
settle.
cut and they control. They got all
They
that damn
control
control.
everything. Well, it's like 80% of the stadiums and the venues they own. Most of them shit, like 70-80% of some
All of them.
crazy shit. Yeah, it's probably
All
more
of
than
them.
that. It's some crazy number because they lock Kanye out. They lock all of them out. When they don't want to deal with them, they just lock them out and they can't go to none of the big venues. They can forget about that shit.
They're like, if you don't sign the 360, you can't get in that shit. You know what I mean? Like they cut niggas, they shortstop people's work. You don't want to let nobody get into these stadiums and shit. That shit is crazy work, bro. And this nigga sitting over here talking about move past kneeling. Get the fuck out of here. This nigga's a wing. Fucking cutthroat, snake in the fucking grass.
Man, he always been like that though. Like I
So
remember
what is he pushing for it? Dude, I'm confused. So is he fighting against him?
he
Is
was a
is
part
is
of it though.
No, he's
is
with
he
Live
part of
Nation,
it?
Rock Nation. Yeah, he's with them.
Oh, so what? They getting a lawsuit and he fighting against the lawsuit or something? What's what, like?
No,
So he part
he's
of?
with them. He's part of that. He's part of pushing that program. He's part of keeping that shit as a status quo. You kiss the rings or you don't get no fucking porridge. Fuck him.
Okay, I got you. Hey, Rez, they don't have nothing on the actual details of how they met as far as that basketball player. They don't have nothing on Karl Malone. So who knows? You could be right, could not be right. Who knows? There ain't no actual documented proof of that. So who knows?
Well, we know if it was some nefarious shit, his ass would have been in jail. We do know that much. So it must not have been. Then it
I
probably could
don't
have been
know.
one of those states where the age of consent and all that. You know how they like to tangle and twist shit.
Nah, it wasn't no age consent in Louisiana at that time. They said that it definitely should have been she was under the legal age limit. Now why they didn't press charges, who knows? Who
Wait,
fucking
she was
knows?
what?
She was 13 in Louisiana. So she's not legal age in Louisiana. And he was 20 when she got pregnant. So she's
Shit, are
not
we
I
sure
legal.
think
about that?
I
Are
think
we
it's
sure
Yeah, that's
about
what
that?
that's documented.
I
The
think
rest
it's
of
Oh,
it,
that's what it
crazy.
nobody
said?
knows.
I think it's
Yeah, it's
crazy how
documented.
the age is different everywhere. Like every state has its own age. Every country has its own age and shit. Like that's weird.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they say in like
I'm
Iceland it's
telling
like
y'all,
14.
bro, that age shit, all this shit is new. This is new shit.
It
Like
is.
late 90s, early 2000s. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Some niggas' grandmas was like 15 when they met their
Man,
grandpa and shit. But
man, for
you know
real. Tell that
and
truth.
and they changed it really because of the dudes, like older dudes actually, like domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? That's why they made that law, that age of consent shit, because them old dudes was getting with them young girls and putting their hands on them and shit.
Yeah,
Didn't they
control
just
them,
change
keeping
that
them.
some years ago? Didn't they have a push a while ago to change it in a lot of states, like lower the age limit, like about 7, 8 years ago? Y'all remember this? Well, let
Nah,
me
I
look
don't
it up.
remember that. Shit, I know in Vegas the age was 16. which I think is weird.
Yeah, I think Illinois is 16 also.
No, they need to change because that shit real predatory shit. Like a grown man targeting a underage girl. Like when you look at brain development and just to think, like you look at how you bring it up about the grandparents being as young. Like your grandmother, if she's that young, her brain ain't even fully developed. And here you with some old grown ass dude, and then this dude
Different
getting
times though.
this young girl whooping her ass and shit. Like no, that shit should be raised to like 18 and above and shit.
Yeah, but it's also different times plus the poverty level. You know what I'm saying? But shit, a lot of people was giving their kids away and basically selling their kids and shit to a motherfucker. You come from California telling some poor mom in Texas that you gonna take your daughter to California. She like, here she goes. Shit.
I mean, they kind of got away from that.
Got those predatory instincts. We had a nigga like that because how you bring up the age. It was a nigga, he's from a different country. Niggas like Puerto Rican. He in there fucking what do you call that shit? Grooming a fucking like 12-year-old that he knew back in New York. And he damn near got his ass kicked out over that shit. Her parents called up there and all that shit. And that'd be like what them foreigners be doing. Them foreigners be into that shit. That it was a Puerto Rican motherfucker.
Shit, remember Kylie Jenner and Tiger?
How old was she?
She was like,
oh yeah.
Remember
Yeah,
at first she had that Super Sweet 16 shit, that show on MTV, and that's when she was like in love with that nigga, and they got him to perform at her party and shit. So I think it might have started there, but maybe not. Maybe they claim they didn't become cool until later, because then later on when he got really rich and moved to Calabasas and they was like neighbors and shit, and they was cool with his baby mama and shit. But at the time, I want to say she was like, when she really got popping, she was like 17 or something like that. After she got all them surgeries. But remember, nigga, she was damn near a billionaire at like 17. She had companies. She had her own houses at 17, not living in her parents' house and shit.
I'm not 100%, but I think she had herself emancipated though, didn't she?
I don't think so. She had no reason to.
No, I think I heard something about because the daddy, that's around the time he was transitioning into something. She went and had herself emancipated. Where she was
what she gained from that though?
Your own guardian.
That was before the money.
If she already
but that was before the money. I think DJ. I think he talking about what you talking about. I think that came later. If I'm thinking of the timeline correctly, I think that whole thing what you talking about that came later with all the money and stuff. That whole Tigger stuff, I think that came a little bit later too. Remember, that family's weird as fuck, bro. They just do weird, crazy shit.
Oh, Tigger got a car. I mean, not a car. Kid with her.
Tiger, nah. She
Tiger.
got kids. She got kids with Travis Scott.
Oh, but wait.
Well, Tiger was fucking with her.
His girl got pregnant by
the brother.
By her brother, yeah. Tiger only got one kid with Black China.
Because he was fucking with her. He was fucking with her, though. He was fucking with Kylie.
Fucking with this Kylie.
So the dumb bitch did that out of spite.
Get back shit, yeah.
Yep. And she was one of them coming up.
And she was fucking everybody too. I think she was fucking with like YG and The Game. She was just giving up pussy. But she was actually bad back in the day.
Basketball players. I remember a game where Ben Simmons and Blake Griffin almost got into a damn full-blown fist fight over her, trying to show out in front of that bitch.
Over who? Like China?
Hell yeah. No, Kylie.
Like a Jenner chick. Yeah.
Yeah, Kylie.
And she was still under 18 doing all that time.
She don't even look like nothing. Them niggas is crazy.
It's crazy.
I look that fucking fine. Like
she got that paper.
Them niggas was on that bitch. Devin Booker. Them niggas out there fighting over that bitch. Every night, niggas out there battling, trying to show her how good they were. Every night.
Nigga.
If he showed some rap nigga.
That's why these bitches move like queens and shit. These bitches run these niggas, man.
Tiger really got her popping though, like in the streets and shit, like had her popping.
Yeah, Tiger was the one that got her popping. You're right about that.
When the shift happened? Because I remember it used to be a shift where bitches used to go and sneak in the hotels and try to sneak in the rooms of these NBA, NFL
Oh,
players and try
a
to
shift.
fuck with the
What you
dudes.
mean?
And now,
What you mean?
Instagram.
nah, nah, yeah, okay, that's probably what it is. You're right. Because it used to be a shift where bitches used to be trying to sneak around. Now you got the dudes that's got all the money. They breaking themselves to get with these bitches. They used to be the other way
And
around when these dudes had all this money like
nigga,
that.
once Instagram got popping and you got
Yeah, you probably
access
right.
to all these bad bitches and you got access, you can fly a bitch out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when it became, but you really at more of a disadvantage for some people because everybody got access to these bitches. The hood nigga with a little bit of money, or even a nigga that's just funny, still got
Yeah.
access. The same broad off Instagram that a nigga, 1 week, a nigga Anthony Edwards will fly her out. The next week she might be at the trap with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's
For
crazy these
free.
dudes trying to wipe these bitches. These niggas are stupid. And then be wondering why they go through hell. I think that's the wrongest shit ever, man. Courts allow bitches to sue dudes for hundreds of millions of dollars and shit.
I think you can make a whole housewife though.
Nah, you
Man,
can't.
I
You
don't
shouldn't
know
be
about
trying to get no baby. Yeah. Why would you do that? But I don't know why these dudes is getting these chicks pregnant.
Hoes be
They
some good
run around keep
housewife.
doing it.
You just
A
got to
hoe
make
Nah,
sure
can
she got
become
it
a
out her
housewife, but
system.
I don't think you can make her a housewife.
Yeah, she can
you can't
become
make no
if
woman.
she got all that hoeing on her system. Man, she
Or
gonna
you
be
Yeah,
can't.
but
A1.
that's of her doing. That's not of your doing.
Yeah,
Of
and
course.
and and the and the problem is now that they push these toxic ass women on these dudes and they act like it don't matter that these women is toxic. Dudes used to avoid them kind of chicks. These niggas is running towards
Ain't
these broads.
nobody
I don't
pushing these
understand.
But the
bitches on
ass
these
fat.
niggas, man.
Nah,
These niggas running to
no, I'm
Nigga, the
talking
ass
about
is fat. Nigga, fuck if she toxic.
I'm talking about in a house. I'm not talking about fucking on them. Hey, fuck you fuck on who you fuck on. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about bringing her in your house, letting this chick be your broad. That's what I'm talking about.
Man, if that ass is fat and she got that slow washing machine head, man,
That's the
she
new
gonna get
criteria.
somebody, nigga. She gonna get somebody. Somebody got a
You
wifer.
No,
heard
they just
what
be
Cardi?
caught up because these bitches is extremely bad. They be caught in the allure of that shit. These bitches is
Nigga,
real seductive. They are mastering
Red,
the art of seduction. These
the
bitches
way you be
pretty, but
the way you be posting these bitches, I know nigga. You be posting the shit out
hell
these
yeah.
hoes on that Instagram, nigga. I'd be like, who the fuck is that? Like, god damn,
I used to
like
be around bitches like these bitches on Instagram. Like I
Reggie will
know them.
have
That's why I never wanted to be married. I understand these bitches.
25 Instagram stories and 20 straight will just be of just bad bitches. And that's the shit that can kind of construe your mind too, because you on Instagram scrolling like, damn, this bitch is bad. Damn, this bitch is bad. Then you look over at your bitch like, man, this is a regular ass bitch.
No, but you gotta look. But then your bitch is probably a bad bitch too. That's one you. That's the difference in shit. Where when you like settle in, you got your bitch. You don't even focus on that shit because y'all grow together. Your bitch probably was a bitch as bad as these bitches. Some of these bitches gonna turn out how people think they bitches just regular.
Yeah, but
It
that
ain't
don't stop
nothing
you
to a
from
lot of
wanting a
these
bad bitch at
a
any
lot of these
time.
older board pretty ass bitches are annoying as fuck.
Fuck yeah.
You after you fuck a couple of times, that's why they all single.
But
Like,
yeah, I don't know no bad bitches that's married.
yeah, they get born, they become annoying as fuck. All of them. They just worth a fuck a few times until you just look at this bitch
But
like, damn, this bitch shallow as fuck. This bitch
exactly.
don't do
But
nothing.
but
This
that's the
bitch
thing.
staying here spending money,
At
doing
this
all
age,
this board maintenance shit.
at
That's
this
the other thing.
age,
Bitches talking about they maintenance costs. Like, bitch, get the
yeah,
fuck
get
out.
the fuck out of that bitch. That's some Instagram shit. But it's like at this age, if you already got a girl, like you already got a girl at the crib and you're around here and you just seeing bad bitches or running into bad bitches or bad bitches is flirting with you, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you still got your girl, but you like, man, you want to hit, you might want to hit that a couple times, you know what I'm saying? Or you just might want to hit that one time, you feel me? And that's what they good for. You ain't worried about wifing her because that's gonna be somebody else. You already got something at the crib. But some niggas, they do leave what they got at the crib for that little bad, little bad rod on the ground.
And that's where they make their biggest mistakes. Where they talk about that grass ain't green on the
Uh,
other side shit.
Leangelo Ball, remember he left his girl for that nigga was in the interview like I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Like man,
Not know
Stupid.
because he don't know how to deal with bitches. Probably his
That
first
too.
starting to come into these pretty bitches.
Yeah, you get your first bad bitch in your late 20s, 30s or something. Yeah, you might crash out.
And it'd be crazy. Sometimes, you know, the exterior don't match with what's between the legs. They sex game ain't all that motherfucking popping.
No, they ain't doing nothing.
Bitches born, they just lay there. A lot of them ain't on that like that should be just it be just be
Man,
over. Boy, that shit just a look.
I used to
How many
always say,
trophies? That's about it. Want to be seen
I
on a nigga arm and shit.
I
Ding,
used to
ding,
always
ding.
say, you got to get that first baby mama out the way though. Like that first one is just gonna be whatever. It's usually that second or that third baby mama. That's the right one. But you got to get that first one out the way because nigga, she gonna be the worst one.
Yeah, some
I
people
don't,
be busting me want to be like, yeah, this little bad bitch used to be my old bitch. I didn't bust in that one. The proof is here.
but you know, I say this too. Like, for all the idiots that we know, most of them dudes handle that shit pretty well. They don't really have a lot of drama going on. You got a couple dudes that just fucking idiots like Zion Williams. They just can't get right no matter what. But those dudes are like extreme cases. For most part, it seems like most of them dudes pretty much handle that shit because you don't really hear no widespread craziness going on. It's only a few dudes that can't figure that shit out.
Shit, if you
Anthony Edwards, Paul George.
That ain't that man. Yeah, that's a few dudes. That's a
nah,
few.
it's
That's
a lot of them
Yeah.
dudes.
Yeah,
That
it's
be the
400
thing that
basketball players, bro. It's only a few of them that do stupid shit like that.
shit. Luca going through that shit with a bitch. It's a lot of these fools going through that shit.
It's a few
Yeah,
of them, Reg. They
I
all.
think that be their ego getting in the way. Now that feedback from that.
Nah, but these bitches be getting with these fools just because of their status and shit.
Of course, but that's their fault. They got to know the game. They got to know the bitch they with. Like they both trying to get something out of it. You can't be that idiotic. But you know, that being that young, you got to have somebody that you actually trust to tell you what it is. Because you on the inside, you might not know what you're looking at. And some of these dudes are lame as fuck because all they did was play ball. They ain't going nowhere. They never went to a club. None of that shit. They stayed at the gym, dribbling and doing whatever they needed to do to get themselves to that point. So they just get pushed in that, and that chick is running circles around that nigga. He don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right. Yeah, they got to outgrow their ego as well because they feel like, hey, I done made these millions and I got all this status. I know how to handle these chicks, and they don't. It's a wicked ass game. It's a real wicked ass game.
Man,
I'm like Reg. I don't think marriage will ever be for me. One of my siblings asked me, female, you got all these baby mamas, when you gonna get married? And she said this shit in front of a bunch of people. I'm like, damn, we at a fucking event. You gonna say this shit like this? But in my true nature, you know, my comebacks be lethal and anybody could get it. I said, I'm talking about this is at 0.2 seconds. I say you live a marriage, then you get married. And nobody else said a word. They just look at her like, what you got for that comeback? And she the only sibling that actually stayed married. All the rest of them done got divorced, baby mama dramas,
Exactly.
all that.
That shit never lasts. It seemed like it never
Yeah.
lasts or work out.
Yes, me and my younger sister are the only two that didn't get married, and only one of those marriages is still going on.
Man, I just enjoyed the time I had with bitches I fuck with, and that was cool. Like, but all the like when shit going bad, that the headache, the nagging and shit, or just being with someone like say like the shit bad and y'all just still up under each other, or I just say not to say like put that up, everybody go through that shit. Just like in my opinion, like you living on the motherfucker, you just can't stand this shit. Like that shit like wears me. Like I can't do that shit. I didn't try a relationship. I ain't the type of motherfucker I ain't the type of dude to want to break a chick hard. I ain't like that. I'm not fucked up like that. But when it gets to a point, like I have to be when I try not to be. But nothing's worse than you being in a relationship and ain't nothing but like stress to you and shit. Like I'm cool on that shit.
Right. You always got to choose yourself. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just for real. I never revered myself as being a heartbreaker. I just, I look at the assessment. Okay, bitch, you done showed me in the past few weeks all you want to do is fuck. So I'm with the shit and just let that know that's going to be it. Now you start catching feelings beyond that. That's kind of like on you. I ain't breaking your heart. You breaking your heart. Because I'm still
But
gonna do me, and I ain't got no
but
problem with you doing you. But
but
go
Because a
but
ahead.
lot of
I'll
people,
say, but y'all think about the dudes that get tricked. Like this is what I say. Like, people do what they do. Some people never gonna get married, which is cool. That's their choice. That's prerogative. Some people got like 4, 5 marriages. They can't stay away from it. But what y'all say about the dudes that's getting tricked that they don't want to get married? The chick then got their ass in a situation, and they putting themselves under this umbrella of happy wife, happy life, which we know that shit don't end well. But a lot of idiots say this stuff.
I'll be hoping it work for them, man. For me, I wish for marriage for people that do get married, I'll be wanting they shit to work. And I think people who do that shit, especially the women, man, they have to understand that shit. All that divorcing and fucking each over financially, that's real fuck shit. That's a violation of vows that you make and shit. But I think if people are gonna do that shit, even if you were not into it, shit, people gotta learn to be true. And that's the problem. The problem I see in motherfuckers, they not true. You get so many people, aunties, friends, and all that shit that gotta give opinions of motherfuckers. You get a lot of females when they're, you know, it can be one of the rough patches. They in there talking down about they dude to other girls, and the home girls giving opinions. You know, that's where they seek their counseling from and shit. And it does nothing but you know, add a rift into the relationship. And sometimes it can get it to a point to where it's at a point of no return and shit. It's like I just see a lot of fuck shit with the relationships. I was just cool. I always been cool on that shit. Just from even the relationships I have even tried to stay in with bitches I fuck with, who I got in relationships with.
I feel like bras these days, they don't even know how to treat niggas no more.
Exactly. They barely knew it back then in the 80s, but now it's definitely not. They on that Cardi B shit. I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got the ring. Bitch, you can get a ring around your dirty ass bag too. That's all it really was for me. Shit. That's it.
It's
But I
about
mean, to each his own. I'm a live and let live type of person. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
trying to understand the question that you asked,
No.
Pittsburgh.
I was talking about the people that get tricked. I'm not talking about the people who want to get married. We know there's plenty of people that we got in our family. Some dudes get married 3, 4 times. Like that's just what they gonna do. That's what they believe in. Cool. I'm talking about
Right.
the dudes that get in a situation where they with somebody and the person get pregnant or whatever situation they believe that they got to get married in, and you be like, say that's your homeboy, and you tell him the whole time, like, hey, bro, that ain't what you want to do, and they still do the shit. Like, what
Right.
will you say to them young dudes that's getting themselves caught up in them kind of situations? That's what I'm saying, because that seems
Yeah.
like that's
Well,
happening a
I think
lot.
it goes back to what I said earlier. You got to outgrow your ego. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all human. We having grown man conversation. One of your main ambitions coming up. And we're talking men. When you're talking about the fruity shit, that's another conversation with somebody else. Talking about heterosexual men. Okay. Uh, One of your passage on the journey is to get out there and procreate. It is. That's going to be one of your main priorities. And it's going to be hard to overcome that, and you're not going to be satisfied until you, whatever that limit is for each. It varies for every individual. Some is okay, after I done knocked down 10, I get past double digits, I'm kind of like, cool, now I could focus on getting that right chick, and then that's real tricky because you got to be on the same shit. But other than that, a lot of cats say, nigga, I ain't had enough pussy. I thought I did. I thought when I get this chick, that'll be enough. Nah, she ain't gonna always feel like fucking. What you gonna do then? You know, like you say, that's half the time. That's the trap. Oh shit, you got access to all this pussy shit. Once you married, then what? Shit switch up. Oh, you ain't getting none tonight. Nigga, I could never imagine two things that the high power blessing with. Not to have any sons. I'll explain that later. And two, not to be at the mercy of another bitch's pussy. It's straight up. I don't have them problems. And
So,
my
wait,
ego,
HBF, you think that's a blessing? I heard you right. You said it's a blessing not to have no sons. Is what you said?
yeah, because I know me. That's me. That's it. Yeah, with me. Because if I feel like me, if I had sons, it's two things that I wasn't gonna tolerate. One, him being gay. And I know he said, damn, you sound real homophobic. No, I just know I wouldn't be able to deal with that shit. You know, one of us would probably have to go. He have to take me out, I'm have to take him out. So that's one. And then two, as far as what you say, having some, or the other one, it was two things. Oh, getting married. That's being at the mercy of another chick. And if I make them vows, if I make them vows to a female, I'm a one of, hey bitch, this is to death do us part. And it's gonna be almost like the same result as the gay son. One of us gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna give nobody that leverage.
I feel you. Man, I got you. I mean, relationships is difficult, bro. People do the best they can with that stuff, man. I think the internet just fuck people head up because they think it's like one vanilla way to do shit.
Doing the same.
But let me elaborate just a little bit more, because I know there's other people listening. I'm not saying fucking is all. Yeah, a chick could say, hey, I ain't feeling it. And I could be cool with that. Okay, cool. But it's a time limit on that bitch. How long is, hey, you not feeling it? Because it might not, you don't feel like fucking. You might not just don't want to fuck me, which is cool. But you ain't been a police on my dick. I'm finna go out and fuck something. And I don't want to hear no recourse.
No, but Reg, I was saying, Reg, it's no vanilla way for no relationship. Just like people do whatever the hell they want to do. That's what I'm saying. Like it ain't no whatever
Even
people.
after the vows?
Because I was saying the internet, and I was saying the internet ain't create this problem.
No, it's people ego. Like the internet, it makes people believe that this fantasy world of whatever they want to believe. Whatever people want to believe in, you can go on the internet and find a whole group of people who, whatever the fuck you want to believe, religion-wise, marriage-wise, whatever, and you think that's the way it is, and that's fine. But that's not like for everybody. That's just your way of living. Just like religion, you got different religions. People believe whatever the hell they believe. I just think sometimes people get carried away with some of this stuff as far as relationships. They go a little bit too hard with some of that stuff. Let people live the way they want to live.
So let me ask you this, favor. You don't feel like there's somebody for everyone?
No, I don't. No.
Oh, okay.
Some people are gonna be by themselves. No, some people gonna be by themselves, which is fine. It's nothing wrong with that.
The numbers don't equate. Shit.
No, it don't, because it's 7-1. So every female can't just have a monogamous relationship with a man. A
lot of people make the mistake on who they're gonna be with. Like what's the name? Put it in there. People see a bad bitch and they think, like you saying, they think she's the perfect one. That ain't always the case.
No, because people change.
You may be a bitch that other people overlook. She may be right for you. A lot of times we don't pick the ones who may treat us right, who really like us. A lot of times people pick bitches they chasing. Bitch ain't really into them. This fool doing the most for it, and things ain't working out for her, so she settled. And I think that's what be happening. Some people just settle. Or sometimes you can find a situation that y'all grow. Maybe y'all grow and develop and shit. You may hit each other when you mature. I think a lot of times people rush in these relationships when they're young.
Yeah,
they never really got the experience to feel. You just rushing into something that that emotion, that whatever them hormones and shit.
That's really the huge biggest problem is that niggas just be running into these relationships too young. There's no reason you should be trying to sit up and play house at fucking 18, 19, 20, 21. Like, if you ain't 25 plus, you shouldn't really be trying to lock in like that with no bro, because that shit it's gonna turn into a disaster. And especially you shouldn't be trying to have no kids that young. That shit for damn sure not gonna last. And especially you can't have no kids with no broad you knew for less than 5 years at least.
True.
Yeah, y'all gotta have gone through some shit.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta know this bitch up and down, left and right. You gotta know everything.
Exactly. Like you gotta bail me out of jail a couple of times.
I'll say this to the notion, like the whole selling thing. I don't think that necessarily exists. I think people with who they supposed to be with at the time that they at. Like the person that you with today is probably not the person you would have been with 10 years ago.
Hell no.
So so whoever you meet, y'all attracting each other for whatever time period that y'all in. Now, does that mean that y'all need to be together? Probably, yeah, they all need to be together forever. Who knows? I mean, that's a whole different thing.
You find people that find people when they're in vulnerable position, especially breakup and shit.
Sometimes,
Yeah, that
yeah,
bitch might have been
sometimes,
a
yeah,
pen
sometimes
pal or
no.
something.
Yeah, you get niggas that prey
See,
on that shit.
Reg done lived the life because he know right now by the
Yeah,
time this
sometimes,
live
yeah,
in,
sometimes no.
it's about 8,000 broken female hearts out there that's at our disposal. It is. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not making a mockery of it, but it's just the fact. It is. Them bitches just want somebody to go lay up on. They say the best way to get over man is to get under a new one, and it's a lot of that shit going on.
It's a lot of them do
But if
that
that's
shit.
what they want, Asian man, what's the problem? They want
I,
that.
I
You
didn't
give them what they want.
I
It's
didn't say it
No,
it's
no,
was a
no,
problem.
it's the
no,
first
no. I'm
thing you see
saying,
the majority of women do. As soon as they come out of breakup, you can tell when a bitch done been out of breakup. The way she dressed, the way she carried herself, the way you go in the club and see that shit.
Yeah,
It's just like one time I told him when my cousin Archie was on here. It was the one time I had this married bitch. I didn't know she was married, but I used to know she always try to get off the phone and shit. But she wanted to come out when it did come out that she was married and going through a separation. When she finally like talked about why I bring her out there to try to get her to come to the house. She didn't want me with no company because I guess she didn't want to run into nobody that may have knew them and shit. That I had my people at the house and shit. But you see a lot of that shit. Been a lot of that shit of seeing bitches coming out of some heart. They going through that heartbreak shit, but then wanting to have you to console with them. I forget the word I'm trying to use, but
that's what it is. They want consolation. You know,
you feel
that's the female kryptonite, attention. If she feel like that dude wasn't giving her the proper attention or whatever it was, whatever box he wasn't checking, she ain't gonna sit around and wait till he come around. Especially he made it clear, look, bitch, I got options. You gonna wait in line or go get you some other nigga. She gonna go get
and they be giving up some of the best pussy.
I mean, it'd be cool, but I think I'm gonna have to call Cap. You said you didn't know she was married, nigga. When did you find out she was married?
Because she would always like when we be talking, she always like abruptly gotta like hang up and shit. And then it came out like over the course of time, like it ended up coming out. She just spoke about why she was doing that shit.
Yeah. But I'm glad that's one thing about I done outgrown that. I don't look to fuck with no married bitch. Yeah, I'm talking about even recently divorced or recently separated bitches. Nah, bitch, clear that shit out.
But look, this was even her approach. I met her at the club. I met her out in fucking Hollywood, and this bitch just on like out there seductive, little ass skirt.
Yeah.
Just on, just trying to get caught. Right. And me and her just in there, like keep catching eye contact, and I approach her and shit. She was on, and then she'll be sneaking. But she was saying some shit about they were separating or planning a divorce. But it would probably been some shit they stayed together. They was living in the same. But I think she wrong for that shit. Yeah. To be living in the house with a nigga and in here fucking with other people and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean it's a moral thing, and it's great. Yeah, it's a great area.
Yeah, that's how people get hurt right there. That whole shit right there. When people be like living in the same house and they be trying to date other people, it's not them. The people who doing the shit don't get hurt. It's the other people that they introduce. Them the ones that always catch all the crossfire.
Right. Yeah, on the real. Yeah, I'll be like, I always just peeped on that shit, like how way out. That's why, like, these be the experiences where I'll be like, I can't do that marriage shit, even from the relationships I've been in. Ain't no telling bitches probably done that shit to me. Like, it's part of the game. That's just the way some of the game go.
So none of the chicks you've been with, you don't see as marriage material for you,
huh?
None of the chicks you've been with in the past. We're talking about from 20 on up, or 21 on up. We ain't talking about
I don't let some good bitches go. But the thing is, I was too young, money not right. These bitches who was trying to move along faster than what I wanted to. But yeah, I done let a lot of little good ass broads go who were probably great wives and great mothers and shit. Absolutely. It was just me.
But you don't believe in marriage, Reg, or you just saying you just weren't ready at the time?
I just I can't do it. I don't want it like the way that, like, even with the good chicks I said that were like marriage material, it would have ended up bad. It would have, even some of the chicks who are more of like more professional and shit. It's just certain things personality wise, like over time we would clash. And you find that with a lot of professional women and dealing with with dudes who take a stance on shit. So you may deal with them challenges. They need dudes they can walk over. I just wasn't one of them kind of dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on their profession. If they got certain professions, the professional women, it's hard for them to turn that shit off.
Yeah,
Which
the
I mean, you
ones
can't
who I
really
say,
knock them.
yeah, the ones I say who are like the wife material ones would be the ones who would be like more professional. They went through their schooling, they got both of their parents, shit like that. But with me, it probably wouldn't have worked. And then at the time, because how young I was and fucking with them, it wouldn't have worked.
So do you think it got something to do with the American policy, the American Constitution of marriage? Could you be married
I think it's how these bras is raised. Because them chicks who I let go were raised by 2-parent households. Or raised, even if it's a 1-parent household, they had a mother, or if they raised by a single father, they got parents who didn't allow them out here acting just any old way, acting ratchet as fuck. They were involved in shit. Their choices of friends are a certain way. You know, them the type of chicks. These chicks know how to, if you had kids with them, they know how to take care of a kid. They know how to groom themselves. They know how to take care of a home. They can clean, like them type of chicks.
So what if you got married under African law? Do you think you could,
chicks? Shit.
what if you got married under African law? Do you think you could manage that?
Hell no.
Not even
Shit,
African law?
What's African law? What you mean? Just not the court system of America? That's what you mean?
Right. Parents gotta approve. The African system, I know the one that parents gotta approve of that shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's different.
I don't want to deal with no foreigners and they motherfucking ways.
No, we just saying under the African law, ain't
I don't want to deal with that shit. Foreign shit. I don't want to deal with nothing foreigners do.
We got enough problems in America with these court systems that we got. This is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, over there, you ain't got to go through all that crazy shit when shit don't work out.
And some African bitches are annoying as fuck. One of the freakiest bitches I ever dealt with was an African bitch. But some African bitches is annoying as fuck, especially when they become Americanized and all that. Like, hell no.
Definitely. Oh yeah. Oh, you done had a few of those too. Oh my god, they really think they straight.
I had the one.
Hey, Christian Subby, y'all seen that black chick that was, I don't know if she was married to him, engaged to him, the black guy, and they went to like Africa and shit, and her ass ended up dead.
Oh, you talked the one who was with the white dude?
Yeah, with the white guy. That story is everywhere. Y'all seen that story? That's wild. I ain't, man.
Well, he bold as fuck to do it in Africa.
No, they say he filmed her being hung or something like that.
She
got by hanging.
That. What?
Yeah.
That's recent?
Yeah, the white dude and the black chick, right?
Yeah, them. They went to Africa and she died. Yeah.
She died by hanging. Look it up. Type it in right quick.
Type it in.
Yeah, go ahead. Hurry up.
Nigga, talk, man.
No, fam. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying, because I know what I just looked up. I ain't rushing you or nothing. But quit me. Get off your seat.
Say, hurry up.
No, because I want to just get into more depth with it. That's all. Yeah, I ain't.
So she died by hanging in Africa. That's how she died.
That's what I'm hearing. That's why I was trying to, get Reg to be.
I didn't know the details. I didn't know the details of it.
Yeah, well, here she go. I found it.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to G check you, nigga. I'm just.
Yes, she was, nigga.
I ain't like that, nigga. But how they say she died?
Let me see. She a 31-year-old. Wait, how do I move this shit? Hold on, Oh, here we go. Let me move this down. She nice. She looked very young as shit.
Yeah.
Says black influencers died suspiciously. Says her family questions. So the family making this into some black white shit. Says this is Ashley Janae. Says she's a black woman from Miami, Florida. Was found dead while on a luxury trip to Tanzania. Says after celebrating her 31st birthday and engagement. Says her family is questioning the reported suicide. Says pointing to inconsistencies in her fiance's story and early accounts surrounding her death. He probably did kill her. Janae was 31. Miami-based lifestyle influencer who built her online presence around her soft life. Divestor persona on Instagram. Says she had traveled to Tanzania to mark her birthday and engagement alongside her fiance, Joe McCann. Says founder of Asymmetric Financials. He says, according to Euroweb, says authorities in Tanzania in statements shared online have described her death as a suicide by hanging. McCann has also publicly supported that account based on posts circulating on social media. In the days leading up to her death, Janae shared photos of a high-end wildlife resort in Tanzania. It says the post showed her celebrating her birthday and engagement while appearing happy and in good spirits. It says after news of her death broke, friends and family challenged the suicide narrative. Some say she was discovered hanging from a tree rather than inside the resort, says as initially reported. Says others also claim and waited up to 2 days before notifying authorities and her family. Yeah, that's odd, but it's hard to tell what is what because some of it is, I wouldn't know what to think. Some of the family is making up some shit and whether what's official from these authorities and shit. I don't know.
But listen to the report. They say there were witnesses of her hanging outside. How in the hell did she get reported her being inside? Now it should be some forensic evidence to support that. If they saw her hanging from a tree, it should be some forensics on that tree to corroborate that.
I mean, they are in Africa. I don't know if they that far with test this shit.
I don't know about that one.
No, he just said that. He said that she was. Read it again, Red. Maybe
I'm about to read that shit. It is what it said.
No, they say
Yeah,
she
she
was.
was saying she hung herself outside. That's what they were saying.
Yeah, they saying the family say one thing, then the investigators say one thing. It's the family coming out with this shit.
Yeah, we don't know because
and that's common with families. That's common.
Yeah, they probably had a problem. First of all, they probably had a problem because the man was white.
Yeah,
that's the first problem. And then like it could have been something going on, but we don't know because they was on vacation. Who the fuck knew what happened? She could have hung herself. He could have did some shit. Who fucking knows? It's a little odd for somebody to go on vacation and kill themselves. It's not unheard of. It's just strange.
What is strange is why would the family be saying, "Hey, she was hanging from a tree," when the authorities saying, "No, she was hung inside." That's too much of a discrepancy right there.
How can a family make up something if they not there? They in Miami.
No. I get what you're saying, Reg, but why would they come out and just say something like that?
No family wants to say that their loved one and committed suicide.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody agrees to that, bro. Okay. And if they didn't like the motherfucker to begin with because he was white, then it is what it is.
You stuck on that bitch, bro.
Because it's obvious, bro.
I mean, I'm not laughing. I'm not making a mockery of it. I'm just saying
they making it a black and white thing. This is her right here. She
fine.
fine.
She beautiful. She a beautiful chick.
She fine as fuck.
Yeah.
But who knows if she was depressed? I mean, depression comes in many ways. Luxury don't stop a motherfucker from killing themselves.
No, it don't. And some
what's
people,
up, Foodie?
Yeah, that don't mean you don't know what it means, bro. And some people are smart enough to know they don't want to do that stuff at their house because they don't want to mess up their house situation when they're gone. People do all kind of stuff when they get depressed.
Yeah, the bitch, she gorgeous than a motherfucker. Or is this a real story? I wonder if this some old made up internet shit.
Nah, that's real.
That's a real story.
That's been everywhere.
That's real.
I haven't paid what's up, everybody? But I haven't paid attention to a lot of it. But I don't know. It sounds kind of fishy.
Yeah, I don't see herself hanging herself. I don't see that.
He took a badass little chocolate ass chick, man. That's what niggas mad at. This white dude and took this pure chocolate ass broad.
And she out there being friendly with the
dudes wouldn't want to be with because she's not light skinned.
That bitch shitting on some light skinned shit.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah, them the insecure niggas that just won't light skin.
Yeah. No, that's that TV shit. Niggas be believing that shit.
Yeah, insecure niggas.
It's that internet shit, yeah.
But then again, it's some dark skinned chicks who buying that shit and don't keep themselves up.
That's the way it used to be when you was growing up. But now everybody has access to surgery and money, and they learn.
Are they gonna go do the Serena Williams bleach themselves?
That was a grown woman. She had her own situation going on, so of course she's gonna keep herself up.
Yeah, that's what
But they
niggas
say
mad
they
at. They
say this
seen this
is
black chick.
she they saying that she allegedly went over there and like I don't know the story. What's the story? Damn, I see it.
The what you talking about? Them the lady that they say hung herself. That's what you're asking about.
Yeah,
Hello?
they went to Tanzania. Yeah, they went to Tanzania, and she supposedly hung herself
The Africans should
outside.
have this fool up for that shit.
Yeah, but you like Reg, you ever look at like pictures or videos of Tanzania and see where that shit is? That ain't like no huts and shit over there. Like that's
No, it's
bro,
a
that
very
ain't
That's like third world
yeah,
country
yeah.
shit. Yeah,
Man, this
yeah,
bitch
that's
fucking bad.
that's what
Yeah,
they mad. Yeah, that's what they mad
they
about.
have a big music scene over there, the Afro beats, and they have a
Yeah,
lot of big
Tanzania
artists. Yeah,
it's pretty up to date. Yeah, that ain't
yeah.
no that yeah, that's
It's
pretty up
like
to date
South
shit over there.
Africa. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a white man's fallacy that have been told to Americans that Africa has no money. They have a lot of money, and they have a lot of people who have a lot of fucking money. They be traveling all over the world. They got
Is that an
billionaires over
island?
there.
Is that an island, Foodie? That's an island, right? Tanzania's an island, right?
Oh, it's on the
Are you thinking
continent.
Tasmania? You thinking that's
Oh, okay,
Tasmania?
okay. Okay.
That's off the coast of Australia.
Yeah.
Tanzania is actually on the continent, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the continent.
Yeah, the only real island in Africa is the Madagascar.
Yeah,
No,
but
they got
she
a
was
few
in that
islands.
divesting.
The
What
islands.
they're mad at is when she was, the women who are talking about divesting, like she had a divested movement. That's the black women who, or not just black women, but it's a lot of black women who say, don't marry poor men, don't marry lower, marry upper, and marry men who have money who can take care of you. So they're saying like, oh yeah, that's what she got. She married a white man, and now she's,
pimping out his
unalived.
money.
Yeah.
Well, he had
Unless he
plenty of money.
discovered, unless he
But they
discovers some
hadn't they hadn't officially got married yet, though, had they?
Unless you discover what?
No, I don't think
unless he
so.
discovers some shit in her phone, she been fucking with some other dudes. He got jealous or something.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Flipped
Yeah,
out. But I ain't gonna put
but that
nothing
ain't,
past her. Actually, if she committed suicide, that's always possible.
Or maybe he was married and didn't tell her, and they got into an argument, and motherfuckers get, they rage out.
Right?
go hang yourself. That's a I don't know.
No, people
I
don't
don't
hang
know.
themselves
Yeah, thank you,
unless they're
Foodie.
severely
You
I don't
said
depressed.
know
my
And
about that
quiet
one.
part
besides
out
that,
loud.
they get their own medication and all kind of stuff. Like you wouldn't even want somebody like that to travel. If I was a family member, I'd be like, no, you can't travel. There's no way I'd get a conservatorship if they're that type of depressed. No, they need a conservatorship.
Right.
Or be like Britney Spears.
Right. And
They
I
might
have
not have
court.
been hanging
You'd have,
around him though. They might not have
I
been
mean,
hanging around him
because
for real.
women. That's first of all, that's not a normal way that women use to choose to commit suicide. Um, Hanging themselves or anything like that. Most of the time, women they do like a cry for help. They'll try to slit their wrist or something like that. I don't want to talk too much about it because we're on YouTube. They get weird about that stuff, but
Man, I
most
ain't
of the time,
tripping.
or they'll take pills. Women they'll drink a bunch of pills or something like that. Men they do the do damn thing. They take the what's it and they'll take it to their dome. They're not playing around. But women usually it's just a cry for help. I'm gonna do if I'm gonna hurt myself and they'll like do stuff like that. But hanging themselves that's very extreme.
Right.
That's a
That makes
struggle. I
sense.
mean I don't know
How
if
you
you've
know that's
ever seen
gonna work?
anybody hang themselves, but that's a very severe way to go.
Shit, that nigga Robin Williams did it.
He was very severely depressed for
And he was a
years.
guy.
And we didn't know. And see, like I said, that's a man. Men, they want to get up out of here. They're not playing around. They'll either use a gun or do something very severe. Women usually don't do nothing like that. They'll take a bottle full of pills or, like I said, cut their wrist. Usually.
Yeah, and they
So
looking at hanging a white man.
Some
Yeah,
people on the internet have gone more in depth about it. I haven't really looked at the stories, but
most of it gonna be speculation. They way in
yeah,
Africa. These people way in America,
right.
adding their little hypothesis or whatever the fuck it is to this shit.
Right.
I don't think she.
It's a divestor movement is black women who say they want nothing to do with black men. They also encourage other black women to not get into relationships with black men. It's not necessarily black men, but just men who are not of high means.
Shit, well, white women must be doing that shit too. Shit.
They do, yeah, and that's what the black women are following after, like being a gold digger. Basically, he's like, if he's not putting out a lot of money, just like Shira Seven, sprinkle sprinkle. She's like kind of like the divester type of.
Oh, this is. I thought it was like divest from your race and shit.
Well,
That's why I was saying white women and shit.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be that. A lot of them do divest from their race, but it doesn't have to be. It's just like, go after men who are of higher means, and the men who have the highest means are still white men in this world. So
what they saying? They divesting from their tax bracket. That's what it comes down to.
If you talking, I can't hear you. Is you saying something? Is you?
Yeah.
I say they divesting from their tax bracket.
I'm gonna go out and come back in then.
Oh, okay, she can't hear you. He was saying they divested from their tax bracket. I'm gonna drop the link back in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah. That just sounds like a sophisticated way of being gold diggers. So they just figure out a way to make that stuff sound like
it basically is.
Shit, sell out, digger.
Yeah. Well, they to the highest bidder. It don't matter. They don't care if they black, white, whoever got the most money, resources. That's gold digging on a different level. They don't care what color they are. They just don't care.
Right, exactly. So it could have been an African billionaire or whatever. Because I know some black girls who come over here, like I don't know but I don't know them personally, but they be on the internet, them strippers down there in Atlanta. They be over there in Dubai. And some of them dudes, they're not just the Saudis over there. They be like the Nigerian ballers out there. They be spending money on them. That's crazy though, because over there in like Saudi Arabia and stuff, they like the porta potty type of thing. They like to let you be a porta potty for like $10,000 a night. That's crazy. I could not imagine wanting to buy a Birkin bag so bad that you let somebody doo-doo on you. That's disgusting.
Well, you gotta think, Foodie, when you go take a dump, don't some of it get on you? Or even if you white, some get on you. What, the audio messed up, Rich?
Yeah, no, y'all good. Cook. No, Foodie just couldn't hear you. She was gonna hop back in.
Yeah, she can hear you. I don't think she can hear you. I don't know.
She back.
What'd you say?
No, I said, I guess every chick has their price when it comes to that.
Not every chick, just women who are in that line of work, I guess.
Oh, you got two things open, Foodie. I just
yeah. Hold on, let me see. I don't know how to get rid of the other one. Hold on. It's just gonna be that way for a minute. I ain't fucking with it, but
no, but I was just being having a cynical joke. I was like, when you go take a number two, don't some of it get on you?
Ew.
Yes or no?
That's gross.
But the answer is yeah. So I mean,
but to let somebody else just squat over you and do that for some money? Hell no.
No, I'm just getting into
gas prices is high, but they ain't that motherfucking high. Shit.
No, it ain't. No, I'm in agreement with you, but that's how some chicks would try to spend it. Shit, when you go take a shit, don't some doo-doo get on you? When you
not somebody else's though.
Yeah, I know. But they, females put the spin on shit.
Well, I'm a nurse, and look, there's the one thing with handling my piss and handling somebody else's.
Right.
And I don't like handling. I mean, you got to do what you got to do for yourself, but when you dealing with samples and shit like that, yeah, that's gross. You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh.
I
Nobody
know.
wants to have to do that.
And that's definitely another way they're gonna try to spend it. What about all them CNAs that's wiping ass? Shit, at least I'm getting 10 grand for this shit.
Yeah,
They
that's
get
what they do. They do try to shame people who get a good, honest, paycheck for doing this
Yeah,
shit.
they
But that
do.
thing is that CNA can have a 401k and retire off of that shit. You
Yep.
will get
Pay
old, and
taxes.
the next chick is gonna replace you. What you gonna do? How you gonna make money if you didn't go back to school and get no education or anything like that?
Well, let's do the math. They get 10 G's per shit on, correct?
I'm assuming that's what they
I mean,
say.
that's
Some of these chicks ain't getting nothing. They get over there and get duped. But go
okay.
ahead.
Okay, yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, I mean, I don't know where they come up with the number. I don't, but
I
I
don't
mean,
either.
if we are to believe the folklore, and they get 10 dumps per month. That's 100 grand a month. That's a meal a year. They could retire in like 5 years.
I
Man,
can't
they ain't
imagine. Well,
retiring. Yeah,
the bitches
you
ain't retiring
tripping,
because they
man.
spending money on hair and surgery
Yes.
and first class trips and Birkin bags. A Birkin bag is $30,000.
And it go back to like you said, a young bitch come
You
along.
gotta be
Ain't
on a
nobody about
wait
to keep
list
a
and all that
bitch
kind of
around.
shit.
They done
They're
that shit
doing it to
before.
keep up a lifestyle. They're not doing it like to be smart.
Rest, no, it's just one dump per next.
They're one
They
dumb.
gonna replace that bitch.
I'm saying, like, how you gonna find 10 niggas to be like, you gonna be in a line? Like,
Right.
line up next,
Mhm.
take a shower next. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I feel you.
Every
No,
motherfucker nasty. They nasty for even one that
And I'm
you
not
got
mad
a
at
bitch
you. Get
with
your money, you know
pussy.
what I'm saying? But at least be
You
smart
got a
with it.
chick with pussy and
At least
titties, but
invest
you gonna
your
shit on
money in
her.
some
Like
property over here in America or
oh,
some
Foodie
shit.
can't hear.
Like,
Foodie. Yeah,
for some reason, I
something wrong
can't
with
hear
her glitch.
everybody.
Yeah, but that them errors weird. Like you got a broad, you flying out there and you just want to shit on her. Like that's some nasty ass shit.
yeah, but that goes back to what I was saying about the ego thing. That them cats got all them billions, some trillions. Yes, trillions with a T. Money at they bored with the regular shit, the shit that's you know cool for us. We got to go to the extremes now. We got these bitches niggas wishing they could get. We gonna bring them out here and shit on. you know, so, you know. So that's like they say, money just make you more than what you already are. The more money, the more crazy you're gonna be if you're a crazy motherfucker.
Bitch says she been to Dubai. I'm cool.
You cool on her? You already know what she been through, huh?
Yeah, bitch, you been getting shit on.
Yeah. Yeah, and this bitch is lining up to do that shit.
You bitch is wild, man.
That could be one of your go-to lines. Hey, you want to meet this chic out in Dubai?
No, I wouldn't dare do that shit. I ain't into like the humiliation of bitches. Like I think humiliated bitches. Like I don't get that shit. That's some weird shit.
No, I mean if they humiliating themselves, you know what I'm saying?
It's a fetish. It's a fetish.
I slut a bitch like while I'm fucking her, but
Okay, yeah.
It's a fetish.
humiliation, like
You're not
nah.
into that fetish, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's some humiliation shit. I think a nigga weird for that shit. You got bitch with
Yeah.
pussy, a fat ass, and titties, like you want to shit on her or some shit. Man, you crazy.
Yeah, that's weird to me too. Like like I said, there's freaky shit, and then there's just weirdo, like this motherfucker need to be admitted into a hospital type of shit.
Right. And then some I heard they let the they camels are like ordained creatures to them. They had the camels do it.
Do what? To the girls
Sure.
or to them?
Yeah.
Like
No,
that's
the girls.
bestiality?
Yeah, there you go. BCI, yeah, with the females.
I don't
But
know
see,
about that.
that's one of the impacts of poverty and shit. Because these bitches who come from probably just not having anything and do anything just to get out of whatever the situation may have been they come from, like to allow that shit to be done to yourself and shit.
No, they ain't got no moral compass. They ain't got no morality about themselves. Shit.
Right.
I grew up pretty much broken than the average motherfucker. Nigga, that shit would never cross my mind. I ain't doing that shit.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But the thing is, like, some of them get tricked over there to believe, like, oh, all you got to do is go over there and have a conversation with them. Like, white bitches be doing that shit. They be having them yacht parties. A lot of them videos. Y'all remember Girls Gone Wild? Remember
Yeah,
that dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got in trouble. Like, like they be doing shit. Them white bitches was doing the same thing, being humiliated and doing crazy shit. I don't know if he ever got sued or whatever, but I remember the Kardashians were like friends with him. But anyway, like some of them get tricked thinking that they're just gonna be, they're innocent, not innocent, but like naive, thinking that
right.
all he just wants to do is just, he wants you to be, pretty girl on the arm and go to parties with them and all that kind of stuff. But then you go to a party with him and he backs you into a room. You know what I'm saying? And then, sometimes he ain't gonna pay you. He gonna take it.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Oh
true.
yeah, that fool did go to jail. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and DJ right on that.
He did. Joe, whatever his name was. Yeah, I can
I
imagine.
never watched that shit. I never been into like the little white bitches and shit like that.
Now I just saw the commercials and shit. I knew that shit was like popular, but I had no interest in it whatsoever. That's like with that soft porn type of shit. Like I don't want to see
You
no
like that
skinny.
freaky shit. You want it rough.
I don't want to see no skinny white girls.
Pound town shit.
Yeah,
Like that was just like
it's
spring break on steroids to me. That's what it looked
yeah,
like to
that's all
me.
that was. And that, but we had Luke in them. That they was more our speed, but that ain't nothing.
You're right.
That's a whole different thing. That ain't that. That ain't them. Them women look like women. They don't look like that shit. Them bras even look different. They
See, that's
move
the weird
different.
thing to
Everything
me
just
about
different.
white men versus black men and what they looking at. Like I can understand like some black men getting caught up with some young black chick because she looks like a woman, talks like a woman, she got hips and thighs or whatever. Because some black women, they mature faster physically. But white men be wanting they wives and whatever to look like little 12-year-old girls. That's so weird. Like
Right. No features to the
no
body.
hips, no skinny
Yeah, just
thighs, and
skinny as fuck. Yeah, that shit is
yeah.
weird. Cause I be tripping when I go into motherfucking like Whole Foods and like Summerlin shit. And I look at the bitches who be thinking they bad, like bitch, you bony as fuck.
Yeah, same out here. Well, that's why I want to move to Summerlin. I like that area. I don't want to fucking be friends with them bitches, but I like that the houses.
Nah,
But
them bitches
yeah,
shallow. They look
yeah, I be going to Whole Foods and
sharp.
shit, and even the old ones, they just think they got as long as you skinny and got plastic surgery, you look good. I'm like, ugh, why would a man want a woman that look like she's skinny like a little girl? That's weird.
But what they think is pretty is different. 'Cause remember, they used to have them Victoria's Secret shows and all that, and all them chicks
Yeah,
look exactly the same. And
yep,
black women couldn't really go in them stores and wear none of that bullshit because that's all them little stick white women that can wear that Victoria's Secret shit. Like our women can't
yeah.
wear that kind of crazy shit. That
I don't
shit,
know.
I don't know. They look like teenagers.
They stepping their game up. They got Angel Reese up there performing now.
But
Well,
she's
now they've
Where
skinny.
changed it. Now, and then they got Fenty. They got the big girls out there because they realize, Fenty. Rihanna. She realized like there's more to beauty than these skinny little white girls. And you gotta realize like most of the fashion industry is made by
Yep.
homosexual men who are
Yeah,
trying to get women to look like men wearing that shit, skinny like a man.
yeah.
That's why I ran this. I was like, I realized like I know what they're doing. It's the agenda before it became what it is today. They want women out there looking like men with, how men would look like with clothes on that look like men, basically, like just tall, skinny, you know, no body. That's how a man would look like if he had them clothes on, because most men are skinny. They ain't got no hips, they ain't got no nothing.
Yeah, a woman's supposed to have that ass on her. But even when they skinny, I ain't gonna I ain't gonna like shame type shit.
Yeah, you gotta be thick to be able to be curvy.
Yeah, our skinny women be having little rumps on them and shit. Like skinny
Yeah.
black chick got a little rump on her and shit.
Oh, they
Even when
got
I was
break.
skinny,
You
Even
said
when
you
I was
skinny?
skinny, even when I was skinny, no, I've always been mostly thick my whole life, but even when I was skinny, I never was like no flat ass chick, like I always had a bubble.
What is your version of skinny? What that look like, Foodie?
Well, I'm only 5'5". The lowest I've gotten was like 119, 120 as an adult.
Oh, you
That's
was a
pretty
brick house.
small.
Little
Nah,
boy was
she
a brick house.
119. She was bony than a motherfucker.
That's small.
Yeah,
But
stick a
I've
lip.
always had muscular. I've always been like more like had a muscular build, so I wasn't like flimsy and frail looking, sickly. I didn't look
He's on
sickly.
that Angela Bassett shit.
No,
Well, I
like
think
that.
she. Yeah, yeah.
I think she was more like Virginia Sandhouse.
I don't know who that is.
Type her in right quick.
Man, it's some chick in the 1840s and shit.
Yeah. Do the Sandhouse, SAN House, Virginia.
Hey, people don't realize Marilyn Monroe was not a skinny chick for her. She was like more curvy for that generation, but she was small. She was kind of small, but she had curves. I kind of look like that. Like I didn't have the big old boobs like that or whatever, but um ain't nothing wrong with being slim thick. Like there's some skinny girls who be, twerking it and doing it better than some big old girls. Like it don't matter. It's just how you carry it. And I think black girls who are skinny, they carry it better than the white girls.
White girl,
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
be like them down. There you go.
And she's beautiful. I don't know who that is though. That's
Virginia
no, I didn't.
Sandhouse.
I didn't have no big. I didn't have no big old boobs like that back then.
You got them now.
I do.
That's from having kids and shit.
So yeah, that's weird to wanna. But that's all I said. Like having a girl so these women be killing themselves and be anorexic and stuff like that. And like, why would you want a girl that's that skinny? Like
Yeah,
I
that's what I
talked
be
to the
thinking when I see them white bitches in summer. Like, what the man?
That was the Caucasian fetish.
But
yeah the
then you see like the
Caucasians.
thicker ones, because the thicker ones shit on them, and I be like, I know they see it. They be trying to look down because the girls with little ass on them be wearing a little tight shit. The little skinny bitch, you see them
Yeah,
hating this shit,
yeah. The
acting like
skinny
this
girls
shit
be
was
looking at the
disgusting.
thick girls, be wishing like they could like look like that and have their man still. And even the men they be out there pickleball and riding bicycles. They want to be skinny too. I be taking care of them. Like, oh, I know I put on a little bit of weight, man. Why you worried about putting on some weight? You skinny as fuck, man. Why would a man want to be skinny like that? That's not attractive.
They know y'all like them abs.
Not too well, but they be skinny. Like their legs look like logs. Like they don't look good at all to me. I don't want to. When I was younger, I like tall, skinny men, like slender men, like basketball style, but not like no motherfucking skinny ass bicycle dude. I think them bicycle dudes. I be watching them white men. They be riding bicycles, the little tight bicycle pants and stuff. I think they all gay. I think
Well,
them
the
motherfuckers is gay.
Armstrong motherfucker, he was on
Yeah,
steroids.
I think they gay. I think they be out there.
Nah, but
They be out there 5 o'clock in the morning meeting up, and
they
they be
do.
all bent over on them bikes and roll. I'm like, y'all them motherfuckers is gay. Y'all looking at each other booty. I feel like
Yeah, the
that's weird.
motherfucking shorts way too tight.
Hell yeah, bent all over with them skin. Yeah.
Fucking got fucking
Riding 12, 15 miles and shit, looking at some man ass. That's weird to me.
It'd be a lot of them grouped together too. They
There'd
got a
be a
whole
lot of
club
group.
together.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of them grouped
Yeah,
together.
and they
They'd be
take
like,
over the whole road when they come. They
yeah.
just
I be
hit the
going over
road
there
and you
like, move
can't
your
get
motherfucking
around them
ass out the
fools.
way.
Nothing.
I'm about to
Yeah,
bro your motherfucking ass is over. You gay motherfucker. A gaggle of gay men. That's what I look like.
man. And
Yeah,
you see some of these
daggone.
cities be trying to give them like a little bike lane, and they be everywhere but
That's
the
my
fucking bike
city.
lane.
and they
They
all
be
That's my city.
every
dropping.
Yeah.
goddamn where,
Yeah.
all over the road. Then
Yeah.
the busiest time in the morning. That's when these fools want to get out here and ride this dumbass bike. Like,
And
man, they be
I
on
gotta
some
pump my brakes
bullshit.
and shit. I'm trying to make a turn. This motherfucker like, get your motherfucking ass out the way. God
Yeah,
damn.
they look at you like you wrong for driving a car and
Right.
shit. Like, you don't get your bitch ass
Exactly.
out the way.
And then they be doing little arm signs, like little arm turn signs. I don't give a fuck about your arm turns. Like, get
Hey,
your
nigga don't
motherfucking
be
ass out the
knowing what
way.
none of that shit
Yeah.
mean. Them shits is some of the dumbest fucking shit. Even niggas on motorcycles be doing that dumb shit. Like, I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck you doing.
But they got the things on the indicators on the bikes now.
No, not
Nah,
on
not them
bicycles
kind of
where them niggas
bikes.
throw
Not
their
them kind of
bum ass
bikes.
hands up.
Well, they be
Nah,
wearing
H
the
Map,
little
not them
they
bikes.
they wear the deflective jackets. Some of them sometimes do.
Yeah, the ones that be in them clubs, they be for real. They be clicked in, like they can't
Hell
even. They
yeah.
got their feet clicked into the goddamn pedals where they can't even
Yep, you
lift
gotta
their
strap
feet
them
up. That's why
in.
them bastards. Yeah, that's why they don't stop. They just keep going,
And
and
they
they
have to
don't
have
have no reflectors, none of that shit.
they have to have special shoes that click into those pedals. I remember I took a spin class before like that. That shit had me. I liked it, but I was like, I feel like if I do one wrong pedal, I'm gonna fuck my shins up. If my
Yep.
foot slip out of this motherfucker, they be having spikes on them and shit. That's just kind of tricky, kind of scary. But yeah, they be out there rolling and riding early in the morning before the sun come up and everything. Like I'm good with y'all. Y'all a bunch of skinny homos to me. Bent over looking at each other.
You be looking at their butts, food.
I'm a woman. I'm supposed to, but they ain't got no ass. But like, why is one man behind the other man behind the other man behind the other man? And they all just in a line looking at each other ass like that. Like, pump, pump, go. Hell no, Y'all pumping and got your asses in the air like that. That's gay to me. Like, why you ain't home having breakfast with your wife?
There don't be no
Probably
female.
don't got one. Or the nigga they riding with, that's who they probably married to and shit.
And that just costs a lot of money. That's money. Them bikes cost a lot of money.
They
Oh yeah.
Like some of
spend,
the
man.
bikes
I
be
used to, yeah, ten
like,
thousand for a frame, and they be super
yeah, for
light.
a
They spend
frame.
a lot
Yeah.
of money on them. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they spend a
They
lot of
got
money on that
money.
stuff.
About
Yeah, I had a
500
manager.
for the tire, them skinny ass tires and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, my
Yeah, they
manager
spend a
used to
lot on
do
that
that
stuff.
shit. I think my manager's part of them niggas that got hit by that nigga that was out there and out here in Vegas that ran all them people over and shit.
I shouldn't laugh at nothing.
That nigga killed a bunch of people. I think they
Like
gave that
bowling
nigga life.
balls. That's crazy, man. He did that shit on purpose, huh?
They said he was high, like that nigga been staying up all day and got high and shit. And he just ran over a bunch of them, like on some. They was out there in like a far out open ass area and shit. So I think that's why a bunch of them died and shit. But I think he
Y'all hear that
survived. I
beeping
think
in
he
the
got
back?
fucked up, huh?
Y'all hear that beeping in the background? I keep hearing
Nuh-uh.
it beeping. Oh, okay. That's just my shit.
You gotta put a
But
battery in
yeah.
your fire alarm.
No, I'm not one of them. I hate that shit.
Yeah, my
That
shit
sounds
was
like
doing that
somebody
shit
backing
the
up a
other
truck.
day, huh?
It sounds like somebody backing up a truck. But yeah, you used to be bad with that shit. I used to be like, you don't hear that shit, Reggie? Like, no, I don't hear
Hell
it.
no, man. I'm so good at channeling shit out and can like blank that shit out. But yesterday
It's
it
so
was
many.
beeping, but now I don't hear it beeping no more. So maybe it was detecting some shit.
I don't know how I've never had none of my smoke detectors or CO2 detectors beeping like that. Even with the light on, like how do y'all not know that you need to change that shit? Like, and that's an average black people thing. People be clowning them on the internet. They call it the ghetto bird or whatever. Like to be beep beep. Like I can't stand that shit. That should be driving my dog crazy.
And then because like a couple of them in here, sometimes I don't know which one it is and shit. And then I just don't be feel like changing it at the moment too. That'd be the other thing.
Yeah, because you got to change them all. Most of the time, you can't just figure out which one it is. You got to change all them shits. That's the problem with it. So most people just avoid that shit instead of just
And so
changing all
that's
them
why I
shit.
go to Amazon and get a pack of 32 AAA batteries. Just keep them
No,
motherfuckers
because
in
the
my
other thing, because
house.
I don't got one of them like stools, so nigga got to find like a chair high enough and got to climb on that shit.
Now the ones in my house are way too high. I'd have to get maintenance up here to get my shit. This shit is way too high.
You
Yes,
gotta
I'll
get
be like,
one of
oh,
those fireman letters.
Yeah, I ain't got nowhere to store that shit. When I had a house, yeah, but I got a little stool here. I'm like, nah, I can't reach that shit. I cannot
yeah, you don't
imagine
want to
hearing that shit.
fall and bust your ass off a chair too.
Hell yeah. I'm too old to be doing that shit. I can't even stand like I got fucking cups at the top. I'm like, if I can't reach that shit with a ladder, I'm good. Fuck that fucking cup. I don't need it no more. I ain't about to bust my ass. Shit, fuck that cup. I'm too old to be falling and shit.
Yeah, no, you don't want that. But yeah, I don't know why that motherfucker ain't beeping no more. It was doing that shit yesterday.
It's dead now. That's why.
No, when the batteries die, that's why they keep doing it. Yeah, they'll keep on beeping until you put a new battery in it. But it must have been picking something up. It might have detected some shit.
But y'all don't do it at the end of the winter and at the beginning of the fall.
No, motherfuckers just do that shit when they see the little red light come on and it's beeping.
Yeah, when that shit beeping, that's when motherfuckers do that. They don't got no time for that.
Because I got smoke
That's
detectors
people.
and we have CO2 detectors. The CO2
Yeah.
detectors are a little lower. Yeah.
What's the CO2 like if you for your running the car in the garage and shit?
Yeah, carbon monoxide.
Yeah. Maybe that's why that shit was going off. Because I do be letting that car run for a while and shit.
You're supposed to open up the garage to do that shit.
No, I cracked the garage.
Yes.
No, sometimes I don't. If I do it from upstairs or some shit. I wonder if it was picking up some shit from that shit.
Better put a exhaust fan in there.
Yeah, but some of the newer fire alarms do both. They do CO2 and that regular fire alarm. Some of them do.
Yeah, in my house, I had it was a dual. Yeah. All you gotta do, there's
some of
like
them do
$20 at Home Depot. Just put them motherfucker in
That
there.
I be hearing the death from CO2 poisoning is horrible. It's like you can't move or some shit.
You just go to sleep. It's just asphyxiation is what I was trying to say.
Just kill because you can't smell it, you can't taste it. I hear.
Right, it's undetectable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some crazy fucking shit.
But it's not that hard. Like people think, oh, they just went to their car and died. No, it's not that easy. Like you really have to close off any type of air, and most of the time you got to put a hose through like your where the air vents come in order to like commit suicide that way. Like that's when people do that. Like you have to have it pumping directly into your car, windows up. It's not just like, oh, I just forgot to open up the garage door and left my car running. It's not like that. You have to. That would take a much longer time. A much longer time. Yeah, you get
It'd be like an
asphyxiated
undetected leak and shit
for a long period of time.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck.
And you're just sitting there, just breathing it in. But
right. Yeah, that's wild, man.
People be on some way out stuff sometimes when they come to that kind of stuff. And it's usually the family that know nothing about it be making all these statements like this girl's family. Who knows if the people even making a statement if they even talk to the damn girl? That'd be the other thing. You don't know who the fuck these people is. Because people be falling out with their family, bro. Like just because somebody in your family don't mean you talking to that motherfucker. And they be the first ones to speak. The person who don't know shit about you.
yeah, but if it was my son and he just went over there on vacation with his girlfriend or whatever, and he just ended up dead, I'm gonna have some questions. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit ain't normal. I don't care. Like he's like, oh, if you're in good spirits, even if you're depressed, like he never showed no signs of depression before. He goes on the vacation, he's just dead. It's like that one girl. What's that one black girl who went down there in Mexico with her friends?
Oh, with her homegirls and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then got in a fight with somebody.
Yeah, they beat her up or something.
Yeah, but it ended up that was like a tranny. There was like a tranny who beat her up. It wasn't even a woman.
Yeah, and they all the friends left her there too. They took like that was all crazy. That was all crazy.
That's crazy, man.
And the family,
they sued the United States and all that. But she was a grown woman. You can't tell her like where to go and who to vacation with.
Yeah, that's the
family. Those friends. Yeah, those friends was foul as fuck because they always fired that.
Yeah, I be hearing the worst stories about women going on trips with friends, man, and crazy shit. Like I'm good.
Yeah, women feud a lot. I be tripping when women want to move in together and shit. I used to tell bitches that, like, man, you do not want to move in with your homegirl. That shit will ruin your friendship and shit.
I don't think dudes really fight like that though, Reg. You think dudes fight like that because I don't think dudes fight like that on vacation. I think that they have a disagreement, they just quietly just go on the other side. But fist fight,
they might
I don't think
they might just fight and just separate. But
yeah, crazy girls going out, you on some shit. You trying to crack bitches and gonna have a good time
but like fight. I don't think they fight. You think they fight like dudes? You think dudes fist fight like that on vacation? Or they just don't do it?
If they're drunk, they get real drunk and high.
Yeah, with other groups. I don't think amongst each other unless you're dealing with bitch ass homies or homie.
Or they'll fight over if you brought a girl and you know, one of your homies is trying to crack your girl, and even if y'all not, you know, in a relationship, but you know this is the girl that I like, I brought her, and then you know you find out that your homie's fucking her, or she like your homeboy, they'll fight over that shit. But usually men don't bring women on trips like that. But women, the reasons why they be fighting, one main thing is that one, the bitches don't have as much money as they were supposed to have, and they get jealous of the other girls going out and eating and shit. And then the other thing is girls meet dudes that are, you know, and their homegirls be like, hey man, don't go with this guy. And they start fighting and shit, and the bitch end up missing.
Yeah, they be drunk, talking
They be
reckless
drunk.
to each other and shit,
Yeah.
acting different with each other.
Shot o'clock. So
Or
what the
even
fuck is
the
shot
one chick who it was the one in Chicago. They never saw that shit. Remember they found her in the freezer or some shit?
Oh, that was that. Like, yeah, like when she's in a hotel room or she's in a hotel
Yeah,
and then just found her. That was like a young girl, she seemed like. That was
yeah.
weird.
They
I
never
remember
found
that
it.
shit. They never found that shit. And remember that one boy that they found up rolled up in
Or
the
the carpet or the rug at the school.
yeah, like the mat,
Yeah,
the wrestling mat.
yeah.
They said they was like selling his organs or something. That's what was probably like the speculative story. Like they killed him for his organs because a lot of them motherfuckers they take, you know, that's kind of like that movie. What was that movie?
Oh, you talking about
The Sunken Place.
yeah, you talking about Get Out.
Yeah, that's what they kind of got that off of. Like they take strong, athletic black men or whatever, and then you know sell their organs on the black market. You know, so
Well,
that kind
remember
of
they
like,
had that whole thing with Chicago where all them young girls was missing, all them young black girls missing for like that was like over a year or two. It kind of story died down. I don't know if it stopped. People
Yeah,
stopped talking about it.
that's probably just a serial killer killing
well,
motherfuckers.
there was one in Michigan, and it was that white dude who was killing girls. He was, you know, dating black girls, and that was crazy, man. That was crazy. Like they found that dude. They found like I don't know. It was a trip. I can't remember the whole story, but I don't know what happened to him. He was like his parents knew he was crazy, and they tried to get him help. He was like, you know, a what's it called, like a mental case or whatever, and they tried to get him help. And he was so crazy, they just like, fuck it, we just gonna sell our business and move down to Florida. And he was a bartender, and he would meet girls, and he met like a, you know, one girl, and she ended up missing. And but the whole community was like, no, there's something that's not right. They found her car, and then it comes to find out like they found like a whole bunch of bodies in his basement. This is in Michigan, like a whole bunch of bodies, like a whole bunch of different bodies. And I'm like, well, shit, I didn't hear nothing else about it. These are the kind of stories that get buried in the media, you know?
It be a lot of that shit going on with these motherfuckers. That's why you gotta be careful, man, and where you at, not being vulnerable, and like that's why I be covering these like the little murder shit I'm doing with these death row motherfuckers. I be feeling bad for these victims and shit and their families and shit.
Yeah,
Or
I
even
was
like
just
for you to even become a mark. Like, how do you get spotted by a motherfucker?
being
Are people
innocent, or like that girl, like being divested, thinking that, well, all these black men have done me wrong, so white men, they're the right way, and you could just trust white men because he thinks I'm beautiful. And he's like, yeah, they just lure you in because of your insecurities. They know how to pick you
Yeah.
off your insecurities, you know?
But you know, some of them dudes too that be like that be quote unquote street dudes. Some of them dudes be informants, and then it seem like they allow them to do shit, and they just keep pushing the envelope. Like some of the most
Yeah.
famous ones was dude, that Alpo guy in New York City. He killed a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Like it's a bunch of them all over the place. And they be
Yep.
doing some of the most foulest shit ever. And they some kind of way they just go in jail for like a year and they get right back out. And you're like, damn, how the fuck this
Straight
motherfucker get right back
informants.
out with them kind of charges? Yeah, like how the fuck he did that and get
And
out
people
like
don't
that?
question it. And you know why? And there's a lot of people like that in every hood. I'm glad you said it because there's a lot of dudes that I follow. Like, man, there's a lot of dudes. You want to talk about this person's a snitch, you know, like Whack 100. We talk about this one's a snitch, that was in every hood. There's snitches, but the problem is everybody's afraid to confront him because they know he's a killer. You know, just like Alpo. Like if you would have confronted that motherfucker, he would have killed your ass. So motherfuckers, everybody who in the life game bang or whatever ain't no tough guy, you know. So everybody, so some people they know that they are surrounded by stitches, they just don't say nothing. They scared.
But it's a setup if you think about it, because only the guys that are allowed to do that they working with the government. So like you trying to aspire to do some shit that you really can't do unless you work with the government. So it's like
Right,
it's a real fucked up game if you really think about it.
right. That's why you shouldn't get into it at all. People get in above their head. They don't even know what they get into. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of shit that's about to come out. Like a lot of shit. So I think Big U, they go to trial on Friday out here. I
You
mean,
see that
man,
story he had with Adrian Broner and them, where they say Adrian Broner like they was gambling. I don't know if they were shooting. I think they were shooting dice, and he took money from a bunch of NBA players, James Harden and a
yeah,
few of them dudes. And then Big
yeah, I heard
U
about that.
called them dudes up and was telling them, "Hey man, AB was had some loaded dice, but I'll get your money back for a fee." And then some kind of way he got some money back from Adrian Broner, and he never gave them NBA dudes none of the money back. It's crazy shit.
That was the main game plan. Like that's what a lot of dudes, when you heard about motherfuckers getting robbed for their jewelry out here in Cali, it was a setup. Like they would rob you for your jewelry, and then he'd be like, "Hey, I want the dude would be like with what's his name, what's his name? That dude $1 million for the game. What's his name? Gilly the kid and his son when they got
Oh
robbed.
yeah,
So they'll
yeah.
basically what they'll do is they'll set you up. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, you good with me? Just check in. Just check in out here when you come to Cali." Motherfuckers track you all the way from the airport. They'll track you, and then you get robbed by their dudes, the one that you're supposed to be trusting that you checked in with. They'll rob you. And like, all right, and they'll call you, "Hey man, I was supposed to get robbed." "Oh, don't worry about it. We'll get your jewelry back." And so they'll give you your jewelry back before a fee. So you get $100,000 worth of jewelry stolen. Okay, we'll give it for you, but you're gonna have to give us $20,000. That's a game. It's a scheme. You
When
didn't
that
get
full trial
robbed.
start?
I think
When
it's
is trial start?
Friday.
It's soon, right?
Friday.
Damn. Can't believe he ain't
And
take the
all that.
plea. They got so much paperwork on him. I don't know what the fuck he gonna go up for.
He probably got a case. That's what the internet putting out.
No, he ain't got no
No,
case.
they got a lot of
Faces.
paper. No, they
He's
got a lot
facing
of.
six
They got
hundred thousand.
wiretaps.
No,
Yeah,
they got what
but
20,000 hours of wiretaps.
yeah,
They were tracking that motherfucker, and still,
yeah.
even if he appealed a lot of shit, like first of all, I don't understand why he ain't got no lawyer. He ain't got no money.
He crazy out
He
his
probably
head.
do.
He's going pro per.
Man,
Yeah, he
He's
crazy out his
defending
head.
himself.
I think he gonna walk
Reg,
away with not that much time.
nah,
Ain't no way. He's 600
shit,
years. He's
Reg.
facing 600 years, Reggie.
Yeah,
I don't know
Puff
if he
was
gonna get
facing that.
600 years, but
Puff
they
was
got a lot
facing
of.
that kind of time as well. Shit,
What'd you say?
No, but Puff had a
they can
real
throw all
case
that
though,
shit
bro.
out there to try to scare you into plea deals and all that other
No,
shit.
this ain't no puffy shit. They
Nah,
got
they got
they
actual
got
stuff.
an alleged murder with that
Man,
the
he
Yeah,
ain't,
boy
well,
out
I
there
ain't
in
hear.
Vegas.
No, that's that.
And
well,
And
remember,
he ain't charged with no murder.
yes, he is.
yeah, he is. He charged with
Yeah,
murder.
Yeah, he is with
He
that young
is.
boy. Yeah, absolutely, he is. That boy out in Vegas. They're trying to say, because you got to understand that what's his name, Molly Mall, who owned the studio out there in Vegas, that he was using that studio where that boy was recording. He's testifying against him. They got prostitution. They've got Dale. What's
because
his name?
Molly
Dale.
Marr tied into pimping and shit.
Right, but he went did his time, but he's testifying against him. They're saying like because the whole story of how he said he went out. The boy had his bags packed and he left and he never came back. And all of a sudden, Big U, he left with that boy. Big U comes back and he's all sweaty and they're like, "Well, where were you?" I don't know who asked who where he was, but he's like, "Oh yeah, I was at a gym." Like they're gonna ask what gym was this and where are the it's a 24-hour gym. Where are the cameras? It looks bad. It looks really fucking
But
600 years.
that's a
Man,
federal case. That's a
Mm-hmm.
Fed case or that's a state case. Fed.
No, federal.
Yeah, yeah. Reg, if you look at the amount of stuff they have, see, Puffy, they didn't actually have nothing besides that videotape and a couple prostitutes. They got like a bunch of shit on him. They got
He's got a
witness
lot of
statements. They got
extortion. He's got
wiretatements. They got
prostitution.
all kind of shit. Yeah, that ain't the same case, bro. He gonna go to
Nowhere
jail. I don't know how
near.
many years he gonna get. Yeah, he going to jail.
No,
I
well,
don't know
he's
how
never
long he
getting
gonna
out.
get.
I know that. He's never getting out. I know
Yeah,
that.
he going to jail.
Because even if you can't appeal 600 years and still be alive to go out and be free again. This motherfucker's in jail talking about they're not giving him his CPAP machine, and all these other kind of shit. Like they're not giving him his basic human rights. But that's that's a side story or whatever. But
Yeah, I
they
don't
doing
see
him
no murder.
bad.
I see attempted murder on here.
Attempted murder on who? That boy? What's his name? Rayshawn or something?
No, attempted murder mean the person that died must have been somebody shot at. That one of
You
these
know,
talking niggas them put on him.
look at this. What's his name? Rayshawn something. That was his son's friend.
No, I don't see that murder put on him.
Let me look at.
But they don't let no cameras in. I wonder if they go because they usually don't let no cameras in the federal courts. So it'll be all like, people writing stuff down and bringing it back about it. Usually they don't. That federal court don't let nothing in there. So let's see how it goes. And it don't look good for Big U. I know that. It look real bad for him.
Says the internet.
I mean, no, it says the prosecutors. They got wiretaps. They got witness statements. They got a bunch of shit.
Of course they're gonna say that shit. It's the prosecutor's
But
job.
but I never seen them with wiretaps before, Reg. I ain't talking about just they got actual wiretaps, a bunch of them. Like, man, they got a lot of shit on this dude. Like, we'll find out. It just seems like they got a lot of stuff on them.
Yeah, it got to come to an end. We'll see the verdict.
Federal trials be pretty quick, though. That's the good thing about them federal trials. They don't drag out like state trials. Be like for years and years.
Now he's requesting a
it-
speedy trial. He wanted to go to trial last May, but they wouldn't let him. He's requesting speedy trial. So it said. So can y'all hear me still? I'm reading this. He's not charged
Yeah, we
with
hear you.
He's not being charged with the standalone murder count, but murder is part of the federal case against him through a larger racketeering RICO. It says federal prosecutors charged Eugene Big U Henley with a wide range of crimes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so it says he's not simply charged with murder. Instead, murder is one of the alleged acts inside of the racketeering conspiracy.
Yeah, them other niggas did that shit. These niggas got on the internet running their mouth because they in fucking informants. Adam 22 probably the link between the feds and these niggas getting in them programs. And they allowed to go in the hood and do all this other little chaotic shit. And that's the problem with them feds.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I mean, they need to get rid of. I don't like that racketeering charge. That RICO stuff. I think that'd be like they don't have nothing. They just be linking shit together. But like I don't even know what the requirements are for RICO. They be just doing all kind of weird shit with that RICO stuff. It ain't no real standard to it now. They just using this shit on any case now.
If you got people, entourage of people with you, now you organize.
Well, Puffy ain't had no entourage. Neither Puffy ain't had none. Neither did R. Kelly. Like they put that shit on whoever they want, depending on the
I'm just saying,
district.
they catch you hanging with more than 2 people and shit. They gonna link that. Oh, you're in the posse and all that other shit.
Okay,
These
so
are
they're
laws.
saying
These are laws meant for Italian mob motherfuckers. Now they charge black people with this shit.
So what they're saying is this: what the government is alleging. They said federal prosecutors claim the killing was ordered, approved, or carried out as part of the gang's activities. Rolling 60s. It was not random. It was tied to maintaining power, reputation, blah blah blah. Based over disrespect. Like if the boy put out a alleged diss record, and they're saying that Big U took disrespect to that, and so you're right. He isn't. It's not a direct murder charge, but it's part of the RICO.
Yeah, because they following what they've
And they're
been hearing
saying
on
that
the internet.
they're saying that he ordered it because he's the leader of the Rolling 60s Crips. But if you come from LA, you realize there's no one real leader. There may be one shot caller that's telling a lot of people what to do, but there's no leader of any of these gangs. Not like Gambino or like not like the mob. Like there's a leader. There's no crime family that you have to with the what's that called, a hierarchy.
Oh, they don't have no real like one person that just run the whole shit.
No, they have in each gang there are different sets and different factions. So the Rolling 60s is a very big gang, but everybody don't get along. So you've got, the Overhills crew, and then you've got this crew, and you got that crew, and all of them don't get along with each other. So they're not all following the same one leader. They don't do it like that in Cali.
Roller 60, what's that? Is Bloods or Crips? That's a big
Crips.
one. That's a big
They're
game.
Crips.
That's a big Crip. That's a Crip. That's a
Huge,
big
huge,
Crips
really
game.
big. Yeah, that's really big. They're on the west side. West side.
Okay.
Yep, of Los Angeles, South Central Los Angeles. So the Crenshaw Slauson district. They're
Oh,
all
that's why they got on the wiretaps, man. That's probably why they got on the wiretaps, because they was following all them niggas, and they just do all that shit on him. We'll see. See what happens. It's gonna be interesting.
well, the main thing is the extortion. So his whole thing, like I said, with the robbing dudes when they come into town, and also like robbing that dude that had the weed shop. He's testifying against him. The
Them
crazy
niggas
thing,
been doing that shit.
crazy thing about that is like I can't remember what his name is. Dale.
And I'm
Yeah,
gonna go for like 10 more minutes. I'm gonna go for 10 more minutes.
he had other charges. He had like pimping a minor, not Big U, but this guy, the one that had the weed shop over there. Big and Whack 100 introduced Big U to this guy. So they were extorting him for a certain amount of money. I think $30,000 a month. And Big U told him, "Hey, if you know any other dudes that we can rob, then I'll stop. I'll stop robbing you for as much money. I'll give you a discount, and I'll rob them other dudes." I was like, that shit is crazy. They got this shit on wiretap.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
shit ain't
we'll
cool
see.
for niggas to do that shit. When niggas trying to bring business to a community, you got niggas in there doing that kind of shit.
Rob people. Now, I mean, I know you got 10 minutes, Reg, but how the fuck did Whack 100 get down? I always hear his name, and I wonder where the fuck he came from. Was he like a music producer or a gang member, or what the fuck? Like, where the fuck that dude came from? And this whole thing where he so tied into all this gang shit.
I don't know nothing about him.
Yeah, he really tied into a lot of that shit you see on the internet. I don't know a lot about a lot of that stuff. Seeing bits and pieces of that stuff. It's interesting stuff. We'll see. The court case started. Some of these cats
He definitely had pull. But I think when a lot of them older cats who was probably reputable niggas get older, man, they end up on weird shit. I don't know if it's dealing with, as people get older, something happens to them psychologically and shit. He probably going through some of that shit. A lot of them older niggas, you listen to them, they be on some of the most hater ass shit you can ever hear of.
They do.
But like I say, I don't know much about him at all.
Come on, I mean, but even like, look, even the military stuff, Red. Some of these dudes that serve in the military, these niggas act like they was fucking G.I. Joe basically when they was in there, and like, bro, you wasn't like that when you was in there. Like, relax, and they act like everything is. I don't know, like you say, Red. Some of these dudes, they get older, they reinvent themselves. I guess for the internet, I don't know. I guess that's what they doing it for. Yeah, like he's super tapped in.
They be playing these roles, and what people see about soldiers that movies portray of what we be doing in there, it ain't close to half of the shit niggas do while they in that motherfucker.
Man, most people in the military is mediocre at best, bro. It's only a handful of dudes that's on that top tier level to be on all these goddamn TV shows and all that shit, and they don't move like none of that stuff on TV. They don't look like none of that stuff. Like I don't know. I don't know. I just know we know too much about that shit to even participate in a lot of that shit. I just be listening to dudes talk when they talk about that shit. And them cats who really be doing all that stuff, they don't really think about that stuff because they be doing some of the most foul stuff, and they don't even know why they doing the shit that they doing. They just following orders, and they prepare themselves for a long time to go in there and do all that crazy shit. But that's all they do is get ready for that shit. Hey, but I ain't gonna hold you, Reg, man. Appreciate your show, man. We'll see what happens with that Big U stuff. I'm interested in that. I think that's going to be different because it's federal. So you're going to have it's going to be a lot of like court reporters, people that's going to have channels where they're going to set up and go in there and come back out and tell the people what's going on with that whole case. Which some of them cats got like shows off that. They made YouTube channels based off of that Puffy stuff where they was going in the courtroom, writing down what's happening, and they would have like a live, or they would just say what happened, which is cool because now you get a different perspective besides the general media. You kind of put the stuff together. But it'd be interesting. I'll see what happens. Appreciate your show, Rich, man. Hey, everybody have a great night.
Yes, sir. I wish somebody else is going live and shit. Or see the crazy nigga Ben on here. I was on Ben shit the other day in there laughing with that crazy ass food. But I don't know, for those who still up, those at work, Ben Israel ass might be live. Let me check. See if that crazy food live or some shit. But Ben shit been popping and shit. Ben shit been rolling, man. I've been enjoying that shit. Let's see. Nah, Ben ain't even live, so I don't know who live, who gonna carry the remainder of YouTube and people who are still up late. But I'm in here tired, about to get up. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll be here live on some other show. I might do the next part of that little Death Row shit that I've been doing. But that's all I got. Peace.